get the other phone. Yeah, but see, BB don't want to tell you that you like BB trying to make it seem like he gave you good positioning, gave you a good spot, right? So when the fuck up happened, he could try to make it seem like, oh, it's your fault, you gotta play better. But really, we're playing how you want us to play. So if we're playing how you want us to play, everything is on you because I'm doing exactly what you're telling me to do, right? But he don't want to take accountability for that. If I'm playing how I play, I'm not going to stay in the same fucking spot the dude just seen me. If dude come up and peek me from the ladder and then go up to reposition, that means he's circling around on me, right? 9 times out of 10, if you get seen in a location, you change your position so they don't know where you at. BB keep you in the same fucking spot, and guess who's the only person free to move around?
That's not fair.
That means you're setting us up. You got us staying there, right? So when the team see you shooting from there, they're like, all right, I know one guy is there. Now you got to stay in that spot. So when they come back, they're aiming at you in that spot. And guess who's not in a stable position? Easy, free to move around, free to slide, free to sneak around. While the team paying attention to you, he sneaks around, act like you team like shit like that. And then they try to yell at you. So one time he said, when we rotate, y'all supposed to be right on my ass on the rotation. So he said we rotating wide left. We all follow him right on his ass, and we get hit by a precision. He's the only one that makes it. Why? Because you said rotate. So when it came out your mouth, you were already in the middle of rotating. By the time it got to us, 3 seconds had passed. So we're gradually right behind you exactly when we heard the rotation. So that rotation is your fault that we got hit with a precision. Because you ran us into the fucking precision. You made it past the precision, we got hit with the precision, and you don't want to take accountability for that. You're going to tell us to move better during the fucking precision that you ran us into. Where do I'm not going to keep on just saying, yes, it's my fault, yes. No, nigga, I'm not about to keep giving you respect and you keep on disrespecting me like you're disrespecting my game, but you want me to tell you that because you want a team of people that, BB, you did great. No, nigga, you trash. That's what I'm saying. If I put together a team, I know my team will like this team. But he gotta get hackers in order to win. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I'm good. I'm always good. I was trying to put some funds together to do some shit, but I'm always good. I'm always good. You know, people like to play in your face, you know what I'm saying? People like to play in your face. People like to give you that false hope of support and then try to take it away. They try to set you up, you know what I'm saying? So you can look like you failed, look like you stumbled, whatever the case may be. So it just frustrates me because people say, you know, yeah, go get your family, go get your kids, go have a good time. And then when they when you go get your kids, you go get your family and shit like that, it's like they get jealous of your relationship with your family. Like, I don't know, maybe they thought that I had a fucked up bond with my kids. Maybe they thought I needed them to help me right all my wrongs, as if I was a fucked up character in life, right? So now that they see that I'm not this fucked up character in life that people painted me to be, now the same people who lied and said they, you know, I got you, the same people who lied, now they want to try to make griff or make some type of, man, listen, you can't make a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't make no problem with me. It's the same thing I told old boy, bro. You can't make no problem where no problem exists. You trying to set me up to do this, do that. Nah. That, no. You ain't gonna set me up like that. You ain't gonna set me up for that type of failure. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense because that's money manipulation. Like you're doing the same thing that the colonizers do. You're using your money as a means to say that you possess somebody, as a means to say that they're supposed to operate according to how you want them to operate. That's the saddest shit ever. That you see that there's more women out here that need protecting, but when you see a man actually protecting all women, you want to try to dictate and narrate what women they protect. Don't protect her. Don't do this. Don't do. What are you talking about? My protection was not only for you. My protection was for all the women that's in the Discord, all the women that need a peace of mind, all the women. And if you feel as though you don't need that peace of mind, then this ain't the collective for you. If you feel as though you don't need that group, this ain't the group for you. If you still caught up with carnal ways and using possession and materialistic things to try to gain favor in this world, then this ain't the collective for you. We're looking for real people that want to change the operation of this world into something better. We're not looking for people to play in our fucking face, come to get to know a group of people and then try to play it off like, nah, we don't want that. We got enough people playing in our face already. So if you was going to be genuine, you should have fucking been genuine because I was genuine. You get what I'm saying? So because I was genuine, you can't see a genuine person. You want to try to persuade people to be the image that you want them to be. I can't be the image that you want me to be. I can only be me. And I laugh. I joke. You can't decide to laugh at all my fucking jokes and then decide like, oh, this the joke I want to take serious. No, that's weird as fuck. That's weird as fuck. That's why I say you can't play in my face. You can't be sad for me. Everything is happening according to how the universe. I know everybody's not going to make it. And I know everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know everybody's not going to make it and everything ain't for everybody. And some of these people aim to tear you down. Some people play a little game where they fake like they build you up and then they tear you down. And then try to make it seem like you was nothing without them, or you wouldn't have had nothing without them, or you wouldn't accomplish nothing without them. No, I still was going to accomplish everything that the universe set me out to accomplish. It just might have would have took longer. That's all. That's all. Might have would have took longer. Might have would have took a sacrifice, whatever the case may be. But I would have got there. You know. You want to make it seem like you was there. Oh, then see that's the thing. They wanted me to confide in them. People say stuff like, call me, tell me anything. You could talk to me. Is something going on? Tell me everything that's going on. And then when you open up to them, that's the shit that they use to tear you down. So because I don't open up that door to give people information to tear me down, they get upset because I don't open up that door to tell them about my life, tell them about whatever. I'm not about to fucking give you the secrets to my heart so you can play on my heart. That's weird as hell. Oh, ain't nothing happened. I'm just talking about people in general. Ain't nothing happened. I'm just talking about people in general. People that play on people in general. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people in this world that play on other people. And they use materialistic, you know, to play on your mental. Some people play in a game where it's like they're going after jobs and the corporate world, you know. Some people, what do you think corporate people play on? What do you think somebody with money play on, right? It's the thrill of the chase, the thrill of the hunt, right? So people with money that already got money, we chasing money. You know what I'm saying? We want to play with money because we don't got it. You know what the person with money play with? People. The person with money plays with people. You know? False hopes, false investments. I believe in you, this, that, and the third. I want to invest in you, this, that, and the third. Right? But they're playing on you to see if they can seduce you with the money. It's manipulation. It's money magic. That's what they do. Some people do it and don't even know that they operate in money magic. You know what I mean? They'll hold you to your word and be a falsification on their word. They'll sit there and bind you to your word. That's why I say it's a spell that's in the word, right? Because people will use your word to bind you, right? But then they expect you to look at them with just an openness. You know what I mean? Yeah. Using it to control and then making it seem like they did it out of generosity. No, you didn't do that shit out of generosity. You did that shit with a hidden agenda to control the narrative or situation. And then when you seen that you couldn't control the narrative or situation, you look for your exit. I can't help it that that's how people work, and I observe it, and I don't fucking sit there and try to argue people exit. That's your exit. That was your exit strategy, to find some bullshit so you can say this person wronged you, so you can feel good about the fuckery that you was gonna pull in the first place. You don't think nobody paying attention to that? I told you that I am observer of all things. I literally am on here trying to keep other people out of certain vibrational frequencies. So how the fuck is you expecting me not to know about the frequencies that I'm keeping other people out of? It doesn't make sense for me to give you this much fucking enlightenment, show you this much truth, show you to avoid different variations of things, and then you still try to play on me as if I'm the motherfucking dummy and I can be tricked. Huh? I'm waking other people up. In order for me to wake other people up, I have to be woke. I'm teaching other people how to see through the veil. In order for me to teach other people how to see through the veil, I have to already be able to see through the veil. So why are you going to try to put blinders on me if I'm already seeing through the bullshit? That didn't make no sense for them to try that shit. Especially with me. If I already showed you that I'm genuine, if I already showed you that I'm real, if I already showed you that right is right, wrong is wrong, and I have a morals, I have a compass, right? Then why would you try to make me go against my moral compass to appease your feelings and emotions? That shit don't make sense. You supposed to be trying to become better like me, not trying to get me to fall victim to some bullshit so you can pretend like you fucking better. That's what's wrong with y'all in this world. Y'all think y'all still gonna fake it till y'all make it and ain't fucking getting nowhere. Keep talking about something. I felt like I was ascending at one point, but then I felt like it just stopped. Yes, because you gave into the fucking carnal nature. Felt like the universe was looking out for me and then it just stopped. And when God decides to stop looking out for you, it's because you gave in to the carnal. That's why he stopped looking out for David. That's why he stopped looking out for half the people that's in the biblical text, because they gave into carnal. Some of them gave into lust. Some of them gave into greed. Some of them gave into the power of feeling like a ruler or a god. But he turned his back on all of them that did that. Anybody who gives into the lower vibrational frequency, he's definitely going to, turn his back on you. So y'all sitting there trying to figure out why the universe ain't turned their back on me, because I'm not a fucked up individual. I literally do shit out the kindness of my heart. I didn't stand up for nobody with no fucking hidden agenda. I stood up for people because it was the right thing to do. It ain't my fault they don't see right being right and wrong being wrong. It ain't my fault they've been caught up in a world where they've been, tricked so many fucking times that they can't see the truth when it's right in front of them. That's not my fault. I shouldn't have to change my operation of love to fit your narrative of fucking hate or disgust just so you can feel better about yourself. Motherfuckers keep on trying to tell people to deal with them with kind, deal with them nicely, but then they use their words to try to tear people down. Motherfuckers keep on trying to tell them, you know, build them up. You building up their character, giving them their fucking strength back, and then they use that same fucking strength to try to, you know, step on you. Make that shit make sense. How the fuck you giving people their confidence back, giving people their fucking thrive back, and then they turn around and try to use that shit to attack you. I ain't motherfucking build you up for you to try to attack me. That shit weird as hell. I ain't pull you out of a fucking dark place for you to try to put me in one. That shit weird as hell. That's called that's called victimizing mentality. You can't come at me with no fucking victim. Trying to set yourself up so you can play the victim later on. Well, everybody on my panel will tell you that I joke. So if you decided to take something serious, then that's your fault. That ain't something that I gotta correct. That's like telling a motherfucker, stop joking. Stop joking. Stop laughing. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna get me to stop joking. You're not gonna get me to stop laughing. So miss me with that shit. You took something the wrong way, and then you try to hold somebody accountable for how you fucking took something. Weird ass shit. Take some shit. It ain't. Is it one on there? Is it one in there? That might be ashes, bro. I might have to run to the store. That might be ashes. Check it, so I can know if I gotta run to the store. You about to go to the store? I'm about to run up that way too. I gotta grab I'm gonna try to make an iced coffee and probably gotta grab some empties. Oh yeah, I ain't going that far. Yeah, never mind. I ain't going that far. Yeah. We going all the way to Walmart. That's a 40-minute trip.
No, it ain't. It's right there.
9 minutes there, 30 minutes walking
that's
around.
The big one. I'm going to
Oh, you're going to the small one? Okay.
Small one right
there. I gotta run up there. I gotta run to the store.
Right?
Yeah, if you stop at the store on the way back.
Yeah.
I gotta stop at that gas station to get an ice coffee.
Park later. Come on. Go now.
I don't know why I even told you anything. I don't even know why I even told him that he can make an account. Yeah, we might jump off the Wi-Fi because I'm about to go to Walmart. But I'm going to take y'all with me, so don't worry about it. We taking yours? Oh, you got the dog? Oh.
This right here faded. The sun damage did that shit. Hey, get this whole thing replaced though.
You put stuff in the basket.
You finally back over here? We haven't been over here for like 2 weeks.
I was on TikTok running the game for a little bit. I gotta go get some. Listen, this dude, like literally, like he got back on him on his bullshit, which is basically him setting teammates up for failure so he can look good. Because that's what he do. Like, think about it. Think about it. If we play in the game, right, and I'm telling you that I see a guy coming, right? Yeah. Why would you tell me to stay in the same spot so that dude can get me? You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, if you see somebody, you either gonna push that person or you're gonna relocate to get better position. You know what I mean? He wants you to stay there and pop up, draw the attention of all the fire so he can come up and shoot them from behind and make it seem like he's the hero and got a bunch of kills and did so great.
Headshot. Whole time you lose your partners, I might lose the whole game.
No, I'm not serious playing the game. Yeah. And then he'll try to yell at you like, see, that's what I'm talking about, you gotta do better, da, 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 da. Hold on, BB. I literally told you that this guy was looking at me from a ladder, right? He peeked up from the ladder. Then he went back down the ladder. That means he's repositioning, right? So then one guy comes up at the door, right? And I'm like, I'm telling him, BB, I got a sniper at the door, right? So now the sniper at the door is looking at me. He say, lay down so he can't see you and just watch the ladder.
I heard you saying lay down.
Yeah, so I lay down so he can't see me, which makes it so I can't see him. You know what I mean? I can't see if he's pushing. None of that, right? So then as soon as he says, he's pushing you now, right? So as the dude start running over to me, he's drawn down, looking down the sight on that corner that I got to stand up on. So as soon as I stand up on that corner, not only do I see the guy coming towards me, but it's a guy in the doorway that's still sniping. So when I start shooting at the guy that's coming towards me, the guy in the doorway that I originally said was, you know what I mean, snipes me from the doorway. So as soon as I pick my head up, I'm hit. One shot, right? So now I'm down. Yeah, like, oh, you should have had that guy. You should. How, bro? You set me up. You told me to lay down as if you was going to take the guy out if he came my way. And then told me to pop back up just so the fucking dude can kill me. Just so you can try to fucking talk shit to me. But the game right before that, this is how I know that this dude plays in his fucking ego. Because the game right before that, right? Not only did I have 5 kills, but I clutched the victory for us at the end, right? Because I had 5 kills, but they all ran to the buy station. I put a cluster strike on the hill that was by the buy station where people was coming off the hill, right?
So you gotta walk into it.
So everybody that came off of that hill had to walk into my cluster strike, and I ended up with the last kill. Now I'm literally on the ground breathing for fucking their life, and my cluster strike take the dudes out. So on the kill cam, I'm just laying on the ground breathing for life, and the cluster strike took them out. And then BB got all hyped and was like, yeah, you see how I do it, you see how I do it. Act like he took the dude out. And literally my kill cam, my cluster strike, my explosion
says you got final kill.
Says that I got final kill.
That nigga's slow.
And then he goes into the next game, sets me up to get killed, and then makes it seem like I'm the one that was ass. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga slow.
Like, yo, you really think that you outsmarting me with that dumbass maneuver? Like, I try to stay respectful. I'm like, all right, BB, you right. I'm telling him like, BB, you right. I'ma do better. And he was like, no. I'm not saying I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, BB, you right. I'ma do better. And then he takes that as a sign of weakness to try to keep on going. So he'll take it as a sign of weakness and keep on going. And then I'll end up kirking out on him just because BB know. On TikTok, yeah, I'm trying to be cool, but see, he got a bunch of new people in the room, so he want to try to make it seem like I'm new. BB, I 2 years ago, I'm the one that was defending you in messy TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You was calling me to be your lawyer in messy TikTok because you knew how the courtroom was going to be. You knew they was all going to jump on your ass. You knew it was going to be 6 people on the panel jumping on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So you brought me up there because you knew that I could argue and I make sense. So why would you try me in your game? Because you got a bunch of kids. Can we get something from the store? No, you can't get nothing from the store. That's why I tell y'all the rules in the car. Nobody touch nothing.
Don't touch nothing when we get in here. We going in here for one thing and one thing only. Don't be touching a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep on saying, can I get this? Can I get this? That's why I was supposed to give y'all the rules and shit in the car before we came in here, and now we in here and y'all talking about something. Can we get something from the store? Can't take y'all nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Should have left y'all ass in the car like I started to. You got people in the store looking at me like I'm really talking to kids. And don't start knocking shit over in here either, because you can't get nothing. You want some sweet peaches? They don't even got that here. They just got pineapple, pineapple, drink. That's it. They don't got none of that stuff that y'all looking for. This ain't even that type of store. This a Tabasco shop. Fuck it. Yeah, y'all don't want nothing out of Tabasco shop. This ain't even a all-purpose. Oh, sweet peach candy. Yeah, I got that at the house. I got the sweet peach candies at the house. I got peach swirls, peach circles, peach whatever they call. You can get that I already got some at the house. I already got it. Don't need nothing from the store. Got a whole tantrum in the store, right? Laid on back, feet kicking in the air and every stuff. My arms folded right now. Better unfold them damn arms. Now, this is where I show you guys how to steal.
First you do that.
Yeah, first you all right, boom, right? You do that, right? And then you scan the item. Wait, you fake scan the item, right? And then you sit it down right here, and you go through the process to make it look like you making a payment. And that way, they thought you paid. And see, here's the kicker right here. Here's the kicker right here, guys. Here's the kicker right here, guys. The kicker is, after you pay for it, right? You already supposed to have a receipt in your pocket, right? So that way, after you pay for the item, right? After you pay for the item, the receipt is already in your pocket. You get what I'm saying? So after you pay for the item, right, you pull the receipt out your pocket that you carried in with you, and then you walk out with the pre-receipt, right? I'm showing y'all how to do this. Don't say I didn't teach y'all nothing, okay? Say what? Oh no, the lady, the worker is right here. I want y'all to know. See, look, she right here working, and we listen. We just gonna. All right, now look. Now you take the receipt out your pocket, right? And disregard the fact that she's right there, okay? Disregard the fact that she's right there, okay? And she's listening to us, okay? Now, when you get your receipt, right, you want to make it look good, okay? When you scroll out, how you doing today? You have a great one. It was nice, right? You want to make it look good when you walking out, okay? Make it look like you ain't been up to nothing. How you doing? How's everybody? Okay. Right? And then you get the hell up out of there, okay? And that is how you steal stuff from Walmart, okay? So if you ever want to steal stuff from Walmart, follow these steps and you will be okay, all right? Walmart gonna be like, this motherfucker, he is teaching them what? We joking, Walmart. We joking. Okay?
That video, people buying more than ever.
Huh?
That video on Facebook, people buying like shit.
Right. Let me see if it works in the gas station. Let me see if it works in the with this iced coffee I'm about to get. I'm gonna tell them that you pretend like you fill the cup up with ice and you actually put a soda in the cup. And you put the soda at the bottom and you put the ice on the top, and then you walk up there and you say, I just got a cup of ice. And then
Walmart, man.
Then 9 times out of 10 they say go ahead because it's just a cup of ice, and then voila, you got a free drink and some ice to put it on. And that's how you steal from convenience stores. Yeah. And if you want to get bigger stuff from Walmart, all you have to do is go in the back, get your favorite DVDs and take them to the bathroom and pop that thing open and take the CD out and leave the other stuff in the bathroom, and voila magic, you now have free DVDs.
I worked in a grocery store when I was in high school.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
Check this out. I used to do it around high school, man. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts inside a grocery store. I used to buy a box of cereal, eat the cereal at work, and fill the box up with video games and controllers and shit. We sold PlayStation, Xbox controllers and games. I used to fill that box of cereal up with games.
Well, fun fact, if you are in a Florida area Walmart, you can actually eat food in the store as long as you don't take it out the store, like the fruits and stuff like that. You can eat that stuff in the store. That's why when you go down to like the Walmarts down in Florida and stuff, why you think you got all them people staying outside in the back of the Walmart, living in the parking lot of Walmart and shit, because they can go in Walmart and eat stuff freely as long as they don't take it out. It's like a claw in their whole network, because it says as long as you don't walk out the store with it, they can't charge you. So people are using that as a way to finish the item in the store, and then I didn't walk out with it. What are you charging me with?
Obviously, man, mangoes.
Sir, you ate all those grapes.
So I won't come with a knife and bust a water.
Yeah, next time you have to weigh your fruit, take the stems off the grape and the banana peels off the bananas and say, I ain't weighing that. I ain't eating that shit. I'm not eating that part of it. See, let me take this whole banana peel off
The weed man,
and just weigh up this
take them stems off that weed.
Yeah, you notice at all you can eat buffets, you can't never leave with no food.
They charge
You cannot leave with food at all. You can't leave with nothing. If you do it, everybody else, and got big ass doggy bags going out.
big ass pocketbooks and shit.
Right. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just, I was just testing out your products, Especially with Walmart. All you gotta do with Walmart is just be like, with everything getting so much recall on it, I just wanted to test the product before I purchased it. That would like that. I don't know why I brought this. Yeah. Yup. Yep. Good looking out. Alright. Show y'all how this works, okay? It's a trick right here. You go to the store, right? First, you bring your own cup, right? When you go get coffee and stuff, you bring your own cup, right? Leave room for creamer. You make the coffee how you gonna make the coffee, right? You come over here and you get some ice, right? This on a hot day. This is what you got to do on a hot day. I used to make these type of drinks when I was locked up. They was called delicious drinks. It was like coffee or cocoa, iced coffee or cocoa with like cappuccino and stuff like that with like peppermint, or I would put some type of chocolate and stuff in it, and I called it delicious drinks. You'd be surprised how many people bought those drinks. It was beautiful. You want to get a good amount of ice, so when you pour the coffee on the ice, right, it icens up the coffee. Yeah, you want to do all of that stuff. Okay. Oh, somebody's going to send me some money? Somebody's trying to send me a PayPal or a Cash App? Say less. Who's trying to do that? Who wants to look out for your boy? I ain't gonna do nothing but take Nasir to this four-wheeling place. So if you want to look out, look out. I think it's about, just let him ride around for a couple of hours. Even though he ain't going nowhere, so he's always going to be able to ride those four-wheelers because he ain't going nowhere. I don't think I'm keeping him because I don't like the way he not like, you know how you got high expectations for your kids. Like, he's scared, he timid. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, you gotta, nah. I gotta polish him up. I gotta polish him up. I gotta make him better. That's my job. That's my job as a father, is to make him better. Better than me. Better than my father before me. That's my job. I gotta keep him close. That's what I'm saying. I gotta keep him close. Damn, Vampire, you got timed out already? Damn well we don't rock with you. He is not playing these games no more. This is 2025. You was too grown to be playing these damn games. Come on, man. You was too damn grown to be still playing these games. Come on. What is wrong with you? Fuck, you still out here playing these games. You grown as a motherfucker. Trolling like a teenager and shit. Trolling people accounts like a teenager and shit. You grown as hell. Stop playing. When you gonna realize you the childish one for that shit? You can't keep on coming in here fucking with us and then make it seem like we bothering you. No. Special needs for that. How the fuck? We ain't never been to your page, don't know about your page, don't know about you having a page. None of that. But you keep coming over here, and then when we say something, you make it seem like, why they keep mentioning Maggie? Why they keep mentioning me? Stop playing. How the fuck? What the fuck? You keep coming in trying to make it seem like, I'm looking for a spiritual advisor. I wanted you to be my spiritual aspiratorist. I'm not trying to be your spiritual none of that, all right? Go over there and praise the knot, right? Ain't that what y'all trying to learn? How to suck a... Can't nobody tell you how to... Can they say, a man can't tell you... Straight like that. You feel me? Nah, because we got to stop playing games with these people because they're trying to tie themselves to our feelings and emotions so they can siphon our energy, you know what I mean? This is a coffee, actually. I just put ice in it and poured it from this cup. Oh, I forgot I got to pay for the cup. This is empty. Move this one? Move this one?
Item removed.
Okay, appreciate it. Don't mind me, I gotta do a TikTok or YouTube stream, so I'm streaming right now, so. Y'all been working hard? Hardly working or working hard?
Transaction.
I know that's right. I seen you just yawn. You dang. You have a great one. Oh, I'm tripping. That's why I gotta stop smoking. Can I get 4 blue games? Can I get 4 blue games? That's exactly why I gotta stop smoking. I knew something wasn't right. Yeah, straight energy vampires trying to play. I ain't got no time for that. That shit weird. If you say you want to be a part of a collective that protects mental and learns about spirituality and, you know, tries to explain like the dreams and stuff like that. Like that's what we want. We want something that's explaining to what's going on in our head, right? That's trying to help us out with this change that's going on in our state of being, right? And then you got people that's of a carnal nature trying to come in there like, yes, my boobies, and yes, my. That's the same thing to not do. Sit there and rub on himself with that dirty ass blue jacket on. Make it seem like he Billy Blanks and shit. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. You're not a pony. Sit your ass down. 42084. Yes, make sure y'all go to the Atlas shop and check out the new items, please. I mean, just, you know, check it out, purchase it. No, hold on. How you go back? I need to go back. Pay with card. Yeah, old Billy Blank's ass double time.
Please take your
I'm
items.
talking about boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. We going to the show. We going to the show. No, you're not, nigga. We don't give a fuck if you in New York. We don't. You have a great one. We don't care if you go to the Diddy trial. We don't care if you go to the Diddy trial. My fault, bro. I almost forgot that. Huh? I almost forgot blunts. Came here to grab blunts. I almost forgot
I
them.
had to go to this Dollar General real quick. Got one soda, ginger ale.
Stop.
I almost sold a damn Frenchie to that dude that came in there with the beer.
Mm-hmm.
He got a Frenchie male in the car and a Frenchie bulldog mixed.
What'd he say? He said he was looking for
He's like, oh man, shit, damn, you got me thinking. He's trying, man. I'm trying to Atlanta, man. So I think I'm done, man. We're getting with it all. I'm right here pulling in now, Grandma. Diddy.
And he tried to make it seem like he doing something great by being there and stuff. Man, listen, you looking for any and every means to try to get into people's pockets because you need finance. That's ain't no, I got this equipment and I brought that and look at all of this stuff that I brought so that way it can, look, it moves with my head and it follows me around and so on and so, shut up. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. They playing games right in our face and they mad at the real ones for pointing it out. That what they mad at the real people for pointing it out because it's opening people's eyes to what they're really doing. You know what I mean? Oh, for 2 months you said that you needed money, $2,500 for your acting career, and that shit didn't go nowhere. We ain't seen you in a Tubi movie. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen you in a Broadway play, my boy. And then all of a sudden it's I'm going to Brazil and I'm never coming back again. And then it's fucking mama trauma and my mom was a demon and she spawned me and da-da-da-da-da. And stop playing, bro. You use whatever fucking community you can fit in. If the black community accept you, if the white community, you don't care what community accept you. You just want money from any community. You don't care who it is. Black women support me. And you see black women, I talk to YT women the same way I talk to you. Shut up. Trying to sell that Badussy in New York City. You're trying to give New York a little bit of your rotten apple. That's what he really doing. He trying to give New York a piece of his rotten apple. They don't want that rotten apple. They don't want it. Pay attention. Out here playing games and shit. All because somebody else said that they were gonna do it. So he is he gonna build up content? Is he gonna build up content to last the whole time? Because it's gonna be 6 to 8 weeks. I know he don't plan on staying out there the whole 6 to 8 weeks. So he gonna build up this content and use that throughout the whole 6 weeks, or he gonna try to go back later on. Hey guys, I need another trip to New York. I need another trip to. Oh, I'm good. I need another trip to New York, guys. Put me up in a hotel room that I can sell some butt pussy. That's all he doing is trying to take advantage of the nightlife, trying to be out there. Nah, he ain't catching no shit. He out there getting. He trying to give people that motherfucking Batman Forever that he on. He know he on that Batman Forever ride. That man 36 years old, look like he's 60 in the face. How the fuck is you 36 years old with that much baggage and droopage on your face like that? Laying on the bed trying to pretend smile. Hell no, we see right through that shit. You look sick. Your cheeks sunk in, your eyes sunk in. You out here looking like you turning into Smeagol right before our eyes. Presses, my presses. That motherfucker turning into Smeagol right before our eyes. I promise you he is. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know damn well I ain't lying. Seen that motherfucker I seen him today? Yo, why your face look sunk in like that? I'm older than you. Look. Right? I'm older than him. His cheeks is sunk in. His eyes is look like he ain't sleep in days. Like what? Bro, you going through it. Weight deteriorating. Sitting in there drinking Ensures like a thick chick. Talking about he trying to get his thighs back. Motherfucker drinking Ensures and shit. We know what you on them Ensures for. Yo, we know. Stop playing with people. You know damn well what you on them Ensures for.
I hate this part of the street. Can't see nothing coming towards you.
Yeah, I know. You is not out here you is not out here Mighty Mousing it. You ain't even trying to Popeye with the spinach. You out here trying to be a thick baby. Oh my God, out here trying to get thick on some Ensures. Boots on the ground, boots on the ground. Oh man, that's terrible. Motherfuckers out here trying to be thick that next trip to Brazil, huh? Or wherever.
Mexico.
Yeah, he trying to be thick. He out here trying to be somebody's
Sugar daddy.
yeah, right. I'm trying to get plucked off, huh? He want somebody to squeeze them cheeks. He want a motherfucker to squeeze them cheeks. He want a nigga to rub him down out here trying to be somebody's special boo thing. Niggas in there drinking Ensures, talking about he going to the gym. He made a new name for the gym. He don't go to the gym. He is not going to the gym. You know where he's going. He getting pounded out talking about that my exercise. No, that is not no exercise, nigga. Talking about, here, this pineapple soda.
Oh, thank you. I ain't had pineapple soda in a minute. I'm about to go sit this in the fridge real quick.
Excuse him. Oh, when you get done. You can do that for me.
This one?
Yeah, you already did one?
No. I've been playing the game with Caleb. Oh, wow. No, it's like, part of it is a little aggravating.
What is Oh, yeah.
You just call me trash, saying I'm scared. I'm not scared. You think taller before I started scared.
Hey, he's 17. All right, letting him get to you. See, I told you, Caleb is a manipulative dipper. Caleb in there talking to Nasir about his game, telling him that he trash. Caleb is 8 years old telling a 17-year-old that they trash. Yeah, man, don't let these people play in y'all face, man. We gonna go live like this some more too, you know, from the phone and stuff like that. Get familiar with going live from the phone, you know. I started tapping my screen like I was on TikTok or something. Nah, but that's why I say, like, these people ain't real. Like, the reason why I keep on trying to say these people ain't real because they lack empathy. They lack a conscience. They lack a notion of oneself that says, you know, they should treat other people the way that they want to be treated, right? They're not out here treating other people how they want to be treated. They out here treating other people how they want to treat other people, but then expecting other people to deal with them in kind. I know, right? My blue hat and his blue jacket. Maybe I should go get me a blue jacket. Yeah, maybe I should go get me a blue jacket, huh? Maybe I should Billy Blanks my life up. Oh, the one I did today? The morning live that I did today? What? I don't want to be Billy Blanks. Motherfucking jacket sticky and sweaty on the inside. Is this still alive? Is this? You mean that what you watching right now? Is what you watching right now live? I don't know. See if you can send a super chat. The zodiacs and the Mayans, etc. Yeah, that's what I be trying to tell people. That's the stuff that I like to talk about, the link between the histories of everything, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Incas, the, you know, Atlantean, the Lumerian, so on and so forth. That's what I like to, you know what I mean, speak about a lot, you know what I mean? How you supposed to be represented journalists and you go up in that motherfucker with the blue jacket on, looking worse than looking worse than Jaguar. Jaguar out there looking like she at a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Looking like she doing a eulogy at a funeral. And he go out there with the that's Mama's family. He Bubba. And living in the basement and shit. That is the Mama's family right there. They all together. All messed up in the head together. Nigga ain't buying no motherfucking clothes. He just like big homie CC with that black shirt. You can't take that blue jacket everywhere. Yes, my blue jacket made it to Brazil. What the fuck is you taking that blue jacket everywhere for? Like that blue jacket is a part of you. That blue jacket is not a part of you. Hey, appreciate the super sticker. Love is love. Yeah, you got that motherfucking blue jacket like it's another extension of your arm or something. Let that blue jacket see better days. Leave that motherfucker at home one time. Like you ain't got no other jacket. If I go show y'all all the jackets that I got, vests, jackets, shit like that, you would think I had, like, you would be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You is not supposed to, come on, man. You supposed to be getting all this money and you ain't got a proper wardrobe to fit occasions. Come on. I know, you see all the overseas shit going on. I told you. I told you it was going to happen. Hey, appreciate the super sticker. Love is love. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. You two got to pay me after all. If I get super stickers and memberships and stuff like that, we already, man, listen, we monetize now. You know, we monetize now. We're in the Aquarius sky. It's the time for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They can't stop me even if they try. You know, even if they try to stop me, they can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? Even if I told you I'm going to be living, I'm still a rock star. Yeah, it looks like we're live, according to those Cash Apps and super stickers. Oh, yeah, as of the 21st. I want to say as of the 21st, it's going to go out on all social media platforms that no one is allowed to grift or crowdfund anymore. So all of that crowdfunding that you see, they got to stop it. If it ain't behind a brand like the clothing store or something like that, they got to stop doing it. So a lot of stuff is about to change. That's why I say we winning. That's why I say we winning. All the stuff that we pointed out, the electronic transactions, the PayPals, the Cash Apps, all that stuff that we pointed out, they focused on it now. The United States has just realized that a lot of money is being untaxedly moved through these applications, and a lot of Americans have benefited from this without paying taxes. And you know Uncle Sam don't play like that. I don't know why they try to play with Uncle Sam like that. That's the one uncle that you don't play with. That's why you take the food up to his room. That's why he don't never come down to eat. That's why you take the food up and you sit it by the door and you get away from that door because you don't play with that uncle. You feel me? And they went around and played with the wrong uncle. And you know you ain't supposed to play with that uncle. Nobody plays with that uncle. You know what I'm saying? When that uncle comes out the room, you get out that uncle's way. You know? And for some reason, they thought that they can trick Uncle. And listen, y'all know like I know. Not that one. You think they out of the clear with that nonprofit organization? You think they out of the clear with that? Hell no, they're not out of the clear with that. You think that Ada situation is not about to come back, and that Ada Santiago situation, you don't think that's about to come back and hunt them? Hell no, that all that shit about to come back and hunt them. Everything that you seen going on the internet, by the third week of the trial, all of that shit's about to be brought back up. By the third week of the trial, Pierce Morgan, Sean Atwoods, all of them are going to be brought up in this Diddy trial based off of the defense of P. Diddy. P. Diddy defense team is going to use all of this social media grifting as a way to get Diddy off. And then what? What snack? I don't got no snacks. What snack? I don't know. Is that closet open? Is that cabinet open? Don't y'all got snacks in there? Did you ask? Did you get? Is it open? So I don't got the key for it. You gotta go ask the person with the key. Dude. You knew that when you came out here and asked me, little chump. And they know all these content creators that saying that they journalists, they know. And see, that's why we haven't been playing none of the footage or anything of that sort from the Diddy trial, due to the fact that not so much because Now they will send you if you do have like pay stubs going to your PayPal, like PayPal. My TikTok pays out once a month, so around December, the agencies will tell you to make sure that your W-2 forms is filled out and everything like that. So when you are actually doing it the right way, you should be filling out all these forms, regarding doing it the right way. Now, when you're doing it the way that they're doing it, of course, they got the money going to other people. Now, when the audit goes in, those other people will get looked at. It won't be them. That's why Jaguars say, I don't touch none of the money. I don't deal with none of the money, so on and so forth, because she's using other people to move the money around. So that way, when the shit hit the fan, guess what? It's not on her credit. It's not on her. She don't. It doesn't say she accumulated that amount of money within this amount of time, or so on and so forth. So it's called plausible deniability, right? And a lot of people play within that field of that plausible deniability. So when you say that you're not touching the money and don't have nothing to do with money, you tell people what to do with the money, but you are not the one moving it. That's why she puts Wolf Coochie name on everything, right? Let the phone calls come in through him. That's why all through YouTube, what did you hear people say? Oh, I never talked to Jaguar, I talked to Wolf. I never talked to Jaguar, I talked to Wolf, right? Because that's who's the fall guy. Shit hit the fan. Yes, any fraudulent activity is going to fall on the person whose name is in. So if that cruelty-free music is doing fraudulent things and it's under Wolf name, they gonna get hit for it. If it's fraudulent music coming out under Push It Out For Me Records or whatever it's called, then they gonna be at fault for that. Jaguar gonna skate through you know what I mean? Like, her job is to create mayhem and chaos, you know what I mean? Like she said, if push come to shove, she just go in for a couple of months, claim to be crazy, and fucking get right back out to keep her chaos and low vibrational shit going. For real. For real. Y'all see what's going on, man. It's a reason why positive pages get taken down and negative pages stay up, because the negative is attacking the positive right now. They on our ass. They on our ass. Everything positive we put out about unity, love, anything of that sort, they making sure they come against us. Anything we put out, you know what I mean? They making sure that they intervene. That's what they doing. What you gonna do? We can't do nothing about that. That's their operation. Is it a false operation? Yes. Can they change? Yes. Will they change? Probably not. You know? I guess in a sense we gotta accept that, right? All right. Is the PayPal working now? I don't know. I registered distro and CD, baby bro. I need additional info. Receive details, address, zip codes. Nah, this is a false documents. Fuck no. Fuck no. You about to ask for a specific address, locations. Yikes. That's scary. Well, that's scary. Do spaghetti. Oh, baby, grab both of those pans and let's pretend the floor was ours. You say you don't even dance. Don't worry about it. We just 1-2 step. And if the music's moving too fast, don't be afraid to move a little closer. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room, and I gotta admit that you got my attention. Ooh, yeah, he don't look the same. He looks sicker. He looks sicker. That's what happens when you deny. When you deny the fact that you need help, you know? You deny the fact that you need help. You deny the fact that anything's going on. That's what happens. You know? That's what happens. See, people think they slick because he knows he got that dun-dun-dun. He know he on that Batman Forever ride. As a February, you mean like Pisces? You like what does that mean for Pisces? Pisces is going through a great transformation too in this sky. You know? Pisces is going through something in this sky. Oh, okay. That's where the PayPal came from that went to the Cash App. Okay. That's where it went to. Darcy. Okay, so the Ralph DaWise PayPal is working. It is working. Okay. And it transfers the money automatically. I don't even have to do nothing. That is perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, Pisces is definitely going through it because remember the tail becomes the head, so on and so forth. February being a month for Pisces, you know what I mean? It's a great transformation taking place in you guys' mind as well. You guys, like Pisces, might feel like they need to find somebody or pass something on to the next. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but Pisces might be in the notion of like finding the next or passing on to the next or something of that sort, if that makes any sense, because it's a transformation. So it's like the old becoming new or the new becoming, new, old, or however you want to call it, but it's a transformation of a state of being. And Pisces might feel it more because it's coming out of Pisces, right? So we're coming out of Pisces, right? And moving into the Aquarius sky. So the Pisces it's coming out of their area or their sky, they might be feeling this transformation more. So I sent a few emails away about your account, blah, 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 and paid collabo with our client, Tar Universe. We'd love to explore the partnership. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns. Happy to do my best to answer them. If you're interested in moving forward, you can please send your rates for a TikTok video, whatever you could active for us within the next week or so. The platform is live as of May 6th. So if it's a fit, I'd like to get going ASAP to get content produced rolling, and we'll activate as many great content as possible. If you would like to check out the brief link below. Wait, who the hell is this? Who is this person? Tara campaign objective. Introduce your audience to Tara, an easy way to turn your computer into money-making tools when they're not using it, or by running it in the background while you're doing other tasks like work, gaming, or whatever also you do on your computer. Tara was a well-established company founded. Super simple, explains the computer does some of the work and you get rewarded. Tara definitely minimized Tara. What the fuck? Hold on. Tara turns regular laptop or PC into a blockchain miner or under 2 minutes. Requires literally 2 clicks to get started. No technical knowledge needed whatsoever. Works on a computer you already own. Completely safe and free to use. Hell no, this shit sounds scary and sketchy. Wait, don't discuss price predictions or investment values. Don't imply grants returning earnings. Hold on. Oh, they contacted me from TikTok asking me about this. They contacted me from my TikTok account. Let me see their brand. They got creatorland.com. Wait a minute. They got creatorland.com. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know this person. I don't know if I should. Should I say let's talk? What should I say? Let's talk more. Nah, some of these stuffs don't be scams. Like digital currency, when you talk about you got a platform that you speak about certain stuff on, not all this stuff be scams. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Now, I did get some publisher clearinghouse stuff that was scams, you know what I'm saying? It's publisher clearinghouse. Oh, this was something that I clicked on, a paid TikTok program. That's what I say. Listen, MJE, that's what I say. If the money is going through a transfer, right? If the money is going through a transfer, then also we are also going through a currency transfer. You know, money manipulation. It's the operation of the currency. It's somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. don't know. I think, with everything going on in the world, it's going to make us look up. Does that make sense? With everything happening in the world, it's going to make us look up. That's what I'm saying. I think people are trying to stop me from getting to the land part. I think people are trying to stop me from getting to the land part. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, but now it's time to get the land and start building on that. You know what I mean? People want to try to keep you focused on helping them. And see, all the corporations and companies, they're buying up land everywhere now because they know. Now think about that. Canada owns the most. Canada owns the most U.S. land.
They can't figure you out for nothing in the world. At this point, they scratching their heads. It's pins and mouths. They are redoing and restructuring every plot that they.
But you know what's funny though? So if you know what's funny, if you look up the Draconian Republic, you will see that the Draconian Republic occupies most of, a large portion of Canada and some of America. In the northern America, they say, but when I looked at it, it was like right in between like America and Canada, and it's called the Draconian Republic. I didn't even know that it was a such thing called the Draconian Republic. Look into it. Look it up. It's called the Draconian Republic. And I even looked up what was the population of Mars, and it tells you the population of Mars. Now, how would they know that? How would AI know that? How can they tell you that? If it's that's why I say like when it's talking about Draconians, stuff like that, so on and so forth. It seems like there's more stuff out there than what they telling us as far as either names of this land, potential, whatever the case may be.
Let me explain. If you have an M shape in the palm of your hand, you may have abilities
You know?
The hidden powers of the M on your palm. It's not just a coincidence. Let me explain. If you have an M shape in the palm of your hand, you may have abilities you never realized. According to Palmistry, this mark isn't random. It's believed to indicate a soul with a special purpose. People with this symbol are said to have high intuition and an almost supernatural ability to detect lies. It's as if they have a built-in truth detector, making it hard for anyone to deceive them. But it doesn't stop there. Many believe this mark signifies a connection to higher energies, giving those who have it a natural gift for leadership, wisdom, and manifestation. If you have this sign, you might notice that things seem to align in your favor, as if the universe is secretly working for you. Some cultures even say this mark is a symbol of divine protection, meaning no matter what challenges come your way, you are guided and watched over by unseen forces. Look at your palm. Do you have this rare mark? Let me know in the comments. Like, follow, and share if you've ever felt like you were meant for something greater. The hidden powers of the M on your palm. Because he wanted to go change the rabbit. He felt like he was since at this very I go to the back. I got the boss said she buy it back. In fact, I know you want to fuck well. That's why you defended him. But if y'all already ain't fuck, who knows?
I come in peace, hummingbird. Yeah. None of those countries are what we think they are, and none of the maps you see is actually what it is. And this is how you know none of the maps you see. Here's how you know none of the maps of what you see is what it actually is, because look at the flight patterns. You did that?
Yeah.
This is it?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay. Okay.
I need your lighter.
Yeah. It's on something. Look at flight patterns. Flight patterns tell you that nothing is what it see. See, if you look at flight patterns, you'll see that a flight to Alaska, if it has an emergency, it doesn't go straight to the nearest emergency place. It has a route that it has to take. So therefore, the straight line method do not apply when it comes to air traffic. That means that there's something different. You know what I mean? That if they gotta fly, it's a reason why they say you gotta fly this way. This pattern has to go this way. This has to go that way. Damn, that dog pit. What dog is that? This dog pissed on my boot.
On your shoe?
This dog done came over here, got excited, and pissed on my fucking boot.
Prince, get in the house. Prince.
That shit.
Well, dude, I'm gonna let you smoke. I'm gonna hop up here and try and get something to eat.
Alright.
Let me know if anything else happens.
I probably won't.
Alright, bye.
Alright. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, pay attention. All y'all gotta do is open your eyes to the world that we live in. And it's all gonna be crystal clear. It's all gonna make sense to you. And that's why I say, like, I like to look at old maps. Maybe we should do a live where we just look at all the old maps, the hidden maps of the world. Maybe we should just do a live where we just look at all the hidden maps of the world and just look at the difference in all the different maps and how many times they changed. Because then you got to go into the subterranean divisions up under the earth. You know what I mean? There's subterranean divisions. So just think of like the layers. Like think about you know, a layer where the map was this way, and then and then it changed as we move forward, and then because the mindset of the people changed, so therefore the land mass changed, because as above, so below. As with that, you know what? I'm gonna do that tonight. That's gonna be the one I do tonight. But y'all better start coming over to TikTok and supporting me on my gaming stream too, man. Cause we gotta build these platforms. At least come over there and become a member over there on TikTok. You could be a member on YouTube and a member on TikTok. That way we can guarantee a check on the 15th and a check on the 16th. A lot of it don't have to be this complicated if we all just help each other out. Like if you become a member on the TikTok and a member on the YouTube, then that's the 21st and the 15th. We know that we get in motion. If you become a supporter, listen, this money helps us all out in the long run, because in the long run, once the pot is built, you never know when you're gonna need $150 spare at the moment. You never know when listen. I'm a prone believer in always having somebody to call on. My problem is I never had nobody to call on until now. Like I could go to the Discord, and it doesn't matter if it's whatever it is. Somebody's going to look out. Somebody's going to try to help. Somebody's going to try to do something. That should be a place for all of us to be able to unify like that and do that. There's not a place that you can go for people that's just signing up for blind generosity. Sometimes I be wanting to do something for some good people and don't care what they do with the funds. You know what I mean? MJE, where's your flower at? You had a sunflower there as your picture. Where's the sunflower at as the picture? That's why a hummingbird don't recognize who you are, because you usually have a sunflower. I think a couple of times when they seen you in Maggie's room, you might have had a sunflower as your emblem. No, you good, MJE. We know we value your opinion over here. We know that you voice your opinion in other platforms and stuff like that, and your opinion is accepted and valued over here. But the curse words, probably we trying to limit curse words because we want the flow of the comment section to look proper. There's a lot of people that's attacking good pages, so we just got to make sure that we're operating within the guidelines of TikTok and keeping everything good. And I shout out to the mods. They do a very good job of trying to pay attention to stuff and keep the negative as low as possible. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We let Vampire linger for so long, but she just keeps on aggravating people. So based on the mod's discretion, they're allowed to get her up out of here whenever they want, because like I tell the mods, their control is the comment section. You know what I mean? My control is the panel. Their control is the comment section. As long as we don't cross each other's, power, then everybody feel like they have that ability. You know what I mean? As long as I let them control the comment section and I control the panel and the platform, then we all good. Because I know the operation. I don't have to say nothing to them, because that's their domain. If they get tired of you in the comment section, that's what the mods do. I can read your comments all day. But if the mods get tired of your ass, then that's their domain. I got to respect their domain. That comment section is theirs.
I'm about to be back around the 30th for graduation.
If they tired of seeing something in the comment section, then shit, I guess it's not in the comments. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a team together of pushers, and then I'm gonna challenge BB Game into a stream.
Right now, I can hit this group chat up. We got a whole thing.
No, never mind. No.
Not with Michael's not.
Nah, okay, so here, let me explain it to you, right? Certain people, they automatically assume you know how to play the game, just pew pew stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got quiet people, right? I need people that's going to communicate, people that's going to talk, because that's how you build content. As a streamer, as a content creator, you need people that's going to communicate and talk, right? I can't use people that's going to scream out F-bombs and this person, like, I can't, you can't stream like that because it's negative. You know what I mean? That's negative begot negative. If you getting in the game to talk shit, stuff like that, I can't stream with you. A stream team knows the difference between a time to stream and a time to go talk shit and put, you know what I mean? So when you got a stream, that's people that's mindful of their words, knows how to build the content with you. They're not trying to scream over you, talk over you. Everybody's letting the words because they know that the stream has to hear it. You know what I mean? So they'll let a conversation take place, or not a conversation, but comms, good comms, so on and so forth. That's what make a good stream team, because you're building content as you do it. So you have to be able to build the content as you stream. So, but if everybody's just quiet, not saying nothing, nobody's gonna come in there. So you want to build the content. You want to, and now everybody just troll. So now when people see streamers, they get in the game intentionally to make the streamer crash out so they can laugh and be like, oh, look, we got him crashing out.
Wait, that actually makes me feel so much better. Because I'm playing the game with Desi, and that's what I was trying to get to. Michael, I'm pretty sure Michael's the one who dropped the F word. He rages at Call of Duty pretty easily. That's most games with him. But he's not bad when it comes to shooting, but he refused. Like, I was trying to
I got that book. I got that book, The Land Beyond the Ice Wall. I'm sorry, I'm doing two things at once. But yeah, MJ, I got that book, The Land Beyond the Ice Wall. And it's actually another book that's written by this girl, the girl from Beyond the Ice Wall or something like that. Her and her twin brother. It was based off of the movie that was back in the day called Escape from Magic Mountain. So this story of this girl and her twin brother, you might see him on TikTok sometimes. He wears the crystals and stuff on his head with this thing that looks like he's trying to, stop aliens or something. And he tells the story about it on TikTok and stuff. But I did go out and get the book, The Girl from Beyond the Ice Wall. And I went out and got another book called Projects and Beyond the Ice Wall or something. I'm always interested in that stuff. That's the stuff that's why I say now that our page is monetized, we can really open up the discussion on some of these conspiracy theories, talking about flat earth, round earth, so on and so forth, the magnetosphere, why did they change the definition of gravity? Man, I want to talk about all of that stuff. So if you like enlightenment and stuff like that, then that's what we're going to talk about. You were saying that Michael was the one that dropped the F-bomb and it wasn't Desi. So Desi's the one that got good comms.
I'm saying, Desi
didn't have good comms when we was...
Because Desi's used to playing games like solo. He's not used to actually having like a team with them, especially not ones with mics. And his actual mic right now is broken, so he has to like unplug it.
See, I'm getting back into the game and I'm practicing like talking, because like when I start like locking in on something, I stop talking. But now I'm practicing like talking while I'm running stuff down, or talking while somebody chasing me, and so on and so forth, to build content. So that's what I'm trying to work on, building the content, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to put a team together that understands the operation, and then that team can go far. This is how you get tournaments. How you think I ended up with the Purple Haze clan? I had a specific sniper, ghost that we used. Everybody had a role. You knew what the person was doing. You felt more comfortable running around doing what you was doing because you knew everybody was covering you, right? So when I ran around with the swords, knives, whatever it is, meleeing, right? I was only able to get that good at meleeing because I knew my team was tryhards. So me running around with a melee, slicing everybody up, is pissing the other team off. But my team is like, bro, you nice as hell but I'm only nice as hell because they're scared of y'all. They're scared of the team. So they're all hiding and camping, and I'm just like, heist. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I be doing sometimes. That's why.
And I played with my brother yesterday, but I don't know if he don't. I don't know. Like I don't do negative. You know what I mean? Like, and he doing all of this arguing stuff, and then when I try to critique him or tell him how to get better in the game, it's all of this shut up. But how I'm gonna shut up and talk at the same time? Like you're giving me impossible tasks. You know what I mean? You want to learn the game. I'm trying to teach you the game, but then you saying shut up. You'll get it and you'll learn it. And then when I be quiet, I hear you in the background telling your girlfriend, like, my brother right. You do got to get better at the game. You do got to move faster. So if I'm telling you how to move faster, go change your settings to do this and do that. Why didn't you go change your settings to do this and do that? A lot of this was always the problem with my brother. This was always made me mad about him, right? When we used to get games back in the day, he used to jump straight on the game. Back in the day, games came with instructions to tell you how to play. I would be sitting there reading instructions, learning how to play, and he'll be on the game trying to say, I got to experience it hands on. And then when I'm sitting there playing better than him, he'd be like, how you do that? What button you use to do that? What you do that with? Hold on, you cheating. And nigga, I'm not cheating. I just read the book before I jumped on the game.
Every game comes with a set of instructions. I normally don't read the instructions. I just check out the controls, like so I know all the buttons and stuff. And then when it comes to like experiencing the controls and learning new things, then I'd say I'm more of a hands-on learner. Not because like I don't like to read. I'll read how to do it and stuff. It's just after I read how to do it, I'll forget how to do it, or I'll forget what I just read. But when it comes to like actually doing it, I feel like my muscle memory kicks in more than anything.
Hey, I play Skyrim. I play what's the other one? Elder Scrolls.
I be playing up.
I've been playing games like that since Diablo. Since Diablo. And what's that other one? Tavern Cavern or something like that. It's a basically like and Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 13. Um yo, yo. Love is love, MJE. Love is love. I hope you don't get scolded nowhere else you go for typing in this chat. For some reason, people are playing like a collective items game to where as though now people are like if you went to this chat or you then that means you gave your loyalty to like that don't I don't know if you supported this person that means you gave up on it like these people are playing a possession game. They trying to see like how many bodies they can. Yeah, you accountable. I'm account. No, nobody's accountable for nobody but they self. I can't go and tell somebody else not to be in somebody else's room or go in somebody else's live. It's not a supporter, a mod, or anything that I can go and have that level of control over. And I better not see any of my mods in anybody else's space. What? I don't play those type of games. But I'm glad a lot of people, fell back from fucking with us. I ain't gonna lie, because I want the right people at the table. So I'm glad like all those people fell back, all those people that gave those false promises. Like I'm glad from fucking with us because that I want the right people at the table. And if you want me to respect your mind and your perception on things, but blatantly disrespect my mind and how I'm like working with that. You're on your last mission in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Like I encourage more people to respectfully have an opinion. You know what I mean? Because you can have an opinion. It's one thing to have an opinion, right? And then it's one thing to have a respectful opinion, right? A respectful opinion is not you not saying what you mean, right? It's you finding the right way to say what you mean in order not to offend someone else respectfully. So a respectful opinion is definitely the best opinion, because a lot of people got opinions and they're making it like assholes. You get what I'm saying? So they're making their opinion stink and nasty, right? But opinion doesn't have to be stink and nasty. So the whole opinions are like assholes is because you're turning your opinion into an asinine statement. And a lot of people don't got opinions. They got asinine statements. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. One's in the chat if it does. An asinine statement, you know? You know, they got asinine statements out there. He said it's still going about games. Go with the desktop. Go with the desktop. At least you can make money and get your money back. You know what I'm saying? You can make money with your desktop. You can stream games with your desktop. You can do test. You could test games. You know what I'm saying? Steam and all these other things. They always looking for people to test games, so on and so forth. You know, test new games. You could become a game tester, make money off of it. You can do other apps where actually, you know what I'm saying? So like a PC is more suitable the way to go, because you're going to get money off of that. And plus the PC hold games that, you know, you can't get on the console, right? Plus, even though I'm an avid controller user when it comes to games, learning the PC is something that you're going to need to know for the future, right? So this opens up more avenues, because once you get the PC, then you'll want to start doing more PC stuff, because you're going to tell yourself, since you bought it, you might as well get the best use out of it as possible, right? So that's not just for video games. If you buy a console, then you know that all you're doing is playing music, video games, or watching a movie from that, something that occupies your time. Is it better now? Is it better now? I just reset the whole live. I just closed out YouTube and came back in. I reset the whole live. What's up? What's up, YouTube? Why you tweaking on me, man? I love y'all. I love y'all. You want me to take the backdrop off? How about this? Can we rock with this, YouTube? Let me know, YouTube. Let me know what y'all want me to rock with, man. We don't want no problems with y'all. I don't want no problems with y'all, YouTube. Come on. Work with me here. Damn, Vampire was timed out again? 86K seconds? Yeah, something happened with that PC talk. I don't know. We can't talk about the benefits of... My bad. Get everything. Get all the consoles and stuff. Get the PC, the PlayStation, the Xbox. Get them all. JG Whitworth, if your systems and you want them now, get every stuff. I'm sorry. Everything that you can use YouTube with. How about that? Get everything that you can use YouTube with. That sounds better. From now on, just check and see. Like if somebody say something, be like, do it got YouTube? Then get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, should I get this shirt? Do it come with YouTube? Then get it. You know what I'm saying? You think I should get this TV? You think I should get this TV? Do it got YouTube? Then get it. What about this radio? It got YouTube? Get it. Right? That's how you gotta approach this shit. It got YouTube? Get it. You know how many people would use YouTube if they came out with a commercial like that? Huh? You know how many people would use YouTube if they came out with a commercial like that? If they came out with a commercial like that, I guarantee you more people would be on YouTube. If they came out with a thing like, do it got YouTube? Get it. They can use famous faces for it. One person can say, do it got YouTube, and the other person can say, get it. And I guarantee you that should have, like in one night, they'll probably triple their, do it got YouTube? Get it. What about this TV? Do it got YouTube? Get it. And this radio? Do it got YouTube? Get it. What about this shirt? Do it got YouTube? Get it. These boots? YouTube? Get it. Boy, everybody would download YouTube. Am I lying? Tell me, y'all know I'm not lying. Do it got YouTube? Get it. No, I'm not lying. Do it got YouTube? Get it. You can get a woman's voice. If it got YouTube, you better get it. Huh? Like one of them nagging old women. If it got YouTube, you better get it. It's so simple, it's smart, right? You ain't gotta have no sales pitch to it or nothing. You just, all you gotta do is just, if they got YouTube, you better get it. That shit gonna sell. You ain't gotta be like, YouTube is the best place to be. If you want to do such and such, just download YouTube. It's a wonderful place. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just, if it got YouTube, you better get it. Everybody gonna go buy it. Trying to tell y'all, man. Life keeps lifing. Life keeps lifing. You know? You just gotta enjoy the moments. That's it. Enjoy the small things. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Baby, let's go half on a sack. Oh, look. You just gotta, when you got a moment to sit in something decent, you sit in it. You feel me? You just sit, nice neighborhood, nice, porch, just relax, relax. You ain't gotta worry about, sirens and You might hear some every now and again, but you gotta just appreciate it. Appreciate it. Is that a super chat? Super sticker? Is this a super sticker? Is this a sticker? What is this? Velvet? My fingers is too big to work the phone. Not make it rain. Wait, should I take my shirt off? Make it rain, make it rain. Should I take my shirt off? Yo, anybody know the pay? Like, okay, so what is the month? Like, so when you get paid on the 21st, it's for the previous month, right? For YouTube? Or is it like some in between time, like from the 15th of this month to the 15th of that month? Like, what is the real payout? Like, is it the previous month? I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? You know, asking for a friend. Oh, it's the previous month. Okay. I don't know if what was last month? April? Oh yeah. So this will be next month's pay. This will be next month. I guess. I don't know how that shit work. They'll let me know. They'll let me know. They told me there's nothing else I can do. Oh, depending when I started. Now that changes things. When did I start? Okay, so it was like the 9th. Well, if that's the case, then I don't know when. The 6th. I don't know. I can't remember. Don't get me the line. Oh, the Ralph DaWise PayPal is working too. If anybody want to hit the Ralph DaWise PayPal, that's working. Yeah, it might be next month. Just I'll know after the 21st. You know what I'm saying? But just hit the Ralph DaWise PayPal. The peace of God is working. Like everything working, guys. Everything working. Now we got to make it work for us. And also, y'all got to come support the YouTube. I mean, the TikTok. We could start doing battles over there and stuff like that, which it might not be, you know what I'm saying? But if I could just get the supporters to come over and tap, then I can get the TikTok supporters that's already over there. I mean, we do have 5 pages over there. We might as well utilize those pages. Now, I did give a page to my sister and a page to my cousin, but guess what? They don't even go live. So I got to find people that actually want to go live so that way I can make money with those people that want to go live. Because all they got to do is go live, and then I go live, and then we just sit and battle. But what we can do is go live, and then play the game, you know what I'm saying, and battle for intellectual thoughts, you know what I mean, which is basically the same way, but what we'll do is we'll give credit to the person that's putting the knowledge out there, and then you can show, you know what I mean, appreciation for a good conversation, because that's what I want to build. I want to build good conversations. Don't nothing happen when it ain't coerced upon, or as they say, conjured. Because when you're using your words to talk and build these variations of conversation, it's called a conjugation. right? Because you're conjuring, right? You're putting everybody in the mindset. That's why pastors always say, now I want you to think, I want you to do this, and I want you. He's putting that level of, thought into your brain for you to envision this and envision that. So it's a conjugation for a reason. That's why I study words and the manipulation of words. And, with the whole spell that's in the word through Latin and everything like that. Like, I want to put together a table of people that's conjuring positivity. And I know everybody don't have the time, the time for it. But if we go with the each one teach one method, and if people see that I got the support, they'll go with you got to remember, people are creatures of habit and example, right? So if they come across my live when I'm on TikTok, they're going to look at it and be like, oh shit, he got 7 people in there, 8 people in there. They ain't going to really motion to that. But if you got like 36 people in there, something like that, they'll stick around for that for a while. So if you ain't following Energy of Atlas on TikTok, please follow Energy of Atlas on TikTok. And if you don't have a TikTok page, please, you make one. Get over there. We gotta get on these applications and show that unified force. It ain't going to be created for us. So we got to get on these applications. We got to stop allowing, certain blockage and boundaries to stop us from, duplicating ourselves in digital and social media, or however you want to look. And you look at all these negative vibrations. Oh, Vampire got like 4 accounts. The Knock probably got like 10 accounts with 20 emails. You know what I'm saying? They all, manipulating on technology and whatever. And I think it's about time we do that with positivity, unify in a collective state, with positivity, so on and so forth, so we can build a better collective. The universe is yearning to see if we can build a better nation down here. That's what this Aquarius sky is. That's what this that's what's happening right now. It's the test to see if we can build a better nation, because nations are born or however. So this is the birth of a new nation. As above, so below. As without, so within. What state of being are we going to be in? That's why I gotta put together these different groups, man. I be trying to like stretch myself out in so many different directions, and I be trying to like unify so many different people, and it's just like people find you and see you as a good thing, and then they try to catch you like you're a fucking rabbit's foot or some shit like that. They try to bottle you up and make it seem like nah, we see that you can manifest stuff, and the only thing I want you to manifest is goodness for me by putting your intentions on me. Like, no, man, let me manifest the ideal reality, and if you don't know the direction, or man, people don't know the operation of a collective, man. All these people keep coming into our circle trying to make it seem like they're just as enlightened as the teacher. Like, oh, I know all that stuff that you be talking about. I be doing chakra and shadow work, and you have to make sure this, and then they turn around and get all fucking feelings and emotions and attitude on you and make it seem, no, that I thought you knew the shit. I thought you knew. Like, come on, I thought the veil was lifted off of you. No, it's not. All this, yes, I gotta take spiritual hiatuses, and it's so this and that. Come on, be real with yourself, man. Be real with yourself. Can't fucking fool me, because you can't fool the universe. I mean, you could try to play on me all you want, but the universe is taking the tally of intention. You could tell me whatever you want to tell me, and I'm blue in the face, or to you blue in the face, but the universe is taking account for your attention. I mean, for your intent. So if you putting fucked up intent, don't try to make it seem like, oh, nah, that karma coming. age don't make you know what I'm talking about, and no disrespect, because a lot of people live to a right old age and they never looked into some of the stuff that I studied. They never even thought about looking into it. So age doesn't mean that you know what I know, because people don't. That's why scholars and stuff like that will still tell you that you have to be indoctrined to teach the book, right? That's why they tell you like what the you can only teach about the this part and that part. That's why none of the knowledge that I talk about is circulating in this world, because you have to be willing to go look for this stuff. And people make it to different variations of ages, but they're not willing to go look at hieroglyphics or put this together or that together. I mean, there's people younger than me that know more about this than I do. So I don't like when you say age, that doesn't mean that or have this level of variation of knowledge. But I respect that you do know this stuff, but the age part is not. Age is a number. If that was the case, if how you saying it was the case, then that means everybody that's 10 years older than me know the shit that I'm talking about. So we should already be in a better world. There's no possible way that you could say so many people know about the stuff that I'm talking about and the world's not better. You can't say all these older people. It can't be, because if it was, this world would be changed already. Right. We was brainwashed to believe with age came wisdom. Exactly. Yo, I know you're talking about you personally, but when you're saying it personally, you're saying it in a space of collective, right? So when you say that in the space of collective, you're giving off the impression that the 10-year span it is what makes you know more than me, right? And that's that. Never mind. I don't know, but yeah. So and then that might gives off the impression that people have to get to that age in order to get the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I guess I gotta wait till I get to that age in order to obtain that variation of wisdom or whatever. Any old fools. Hey, a wise man to tell you that they know nothing at all. So I'm going to continue just being a gentleman and a scholar. Absolutely. 1 year to a man is 1,000 years to a god, because time doesn't exist to a god. We seem to have this notion of counting time going by based off the blank of our eyes. So because we close our eyes and rest for 8 hours or whatever period of time that you might be in a rest state, you feel like that is a portion of time going by, when really everything is just an extended moment from this very moment. And you make memories in these extended moments. And that's the truth of it all. You know, my reality is a reflection of what is, and what is something that I perceived it to be based upon the reality that we are in. So if we're in this reality, is because collectively we perceive this reality to be what it is. you know so we perceived, and think about it like this, and you can do this study on your own. The person who came out with the concept of a global earth theory unalived before he can even see that circulating in the public, right? So before that, everything was based off of flat maps, right? And if you go back to the time where maps was pulled down in schools and you just imagine that inflated, in fact, you can go take that map right now, that flat map off your wall, and you can put it around a basketball and look at the amazement. Put America in the middle and then just wrap the map around it. And that's exactly how he depicted it. And they laughed at him and mocked him and stuff like that. And he unalived, and then they put it in circulation. And the masses started believing that we lived on a globe. And that's funny. That's funny because before that, someone had did a study and said that it was hollow, right? They said it was entry points in Antarctica and entry points in Alaska. I mean, that one guy, he was trying to take a bomb all the way up to up to Alaska because he said he's seen a mother, a father, and a child come like walk through a glacier, right? And I read that, I studied that, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's crazy. And there was recordings and stuff of him talking. He was taking a flight out there, got caught, all that stuff. The other dude said he flew an airplane into the center of Antarctica, through Antarctica, journey to the center of the earth. So I be looking up stuff like that. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the stuff. I be looking into stuff like that. They implement it in our movies, you know? China just came out and found a whole landmass up under a ground somewhere with vegetation and everything. I can't speak on everything because everything ain't for everybody. And I can't tell you the depths of what I explored on this plane because then you would think of me as insane. And that's why they tell you that when being a genius is actually a borderline between sanity and insanity, and you have to be able to straddle that. So when you have a certain variation of knowledge, this is what comes with it. With the responsibility of how much do you share with the public, how much do you inform them on, because that's what's coming out, right? Information. It's information. So in some type of formation, I have to figure out how much to disclose to the public without sounding or being labeled insane. This is why one hand don't know what the other hand is doing, because the carnal don't know what the spirit is up to. That's why I don't know what my next move is. I don't know what my next location is. Because why? Change is something that's constant. So I'm always thinking that this can change any moment. Your outcome can change, materialistic can change, your environment can change. But the company that you keep, the people you putting yourself around, that will never change. Why? Because if you find a collective mind, you'll put yourself around that collective. Right? So you find great-minded, like-minded people, whatever the case may be. If you want better, you'll do better, so on and so forth. Each one teach one. Why would I put myself around the same thing that I'm trying to be better than, right? Eating with your hands, smacking at the table, doing all of this disgusting. I call it disgusting because we became better than that. We learned how to become more, dignified than that. And then somehow somebody's trying to make it seem like that's the natural way, is to just run around like animals and just become like, what the hell? Everybody just looking for something to hunch on. It's weird as shit. And then with the people that's not looking for something to hunch on, the people that is looking for something to hunch on, trying to make it seem like you looking for something to hunch on because they looking for something to hunch on. That shit weird as hell. I'm so tired of playing these fucking carnal fornication games, man. This shit is like, come on, man. You don't think I got control over this body, over this vessel? You think that anything come along, I got to stick it? No, man, stop. Don't. Why people think so little of people like that? Then you say, well, you a man, so you a man. All right, so you a woman. So you a woman. I feel like that motherfucker too far off the ground to eat hay. So you definitely doing something every day. Like, fuck it. Let's just let stereotypes be stereotypes. That thing is too far off the ground to eat hay. You know what I'm saying? It's a meat eater. You know? Don't keep on trying to make it seem like we lack control over the vessel. Like we just run. Why you think Maury's so famous? Why you think that saying so well renowned? You are not. You are not. You are not. What? I mean, you motherfuckers out here fucking like rabbits too. Cut it out. Start making it seem like it ain't, you know, because I don't really subscribe to it because I hold myself to a higher standard. I feel like if we are going to perform coitus, then it better be with somebody that you have that, you know, or some type of interstandard connection with, right? I ain't just out here making coitus with everybody because everybody ain't codified. I like that. I like that right there. Everybody ain't qualified. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't out here making quarters with everybody. You know what I mean? You gotta be quartified. If you ain't quartified, then we ain't making quarters. You know what I'm saying? Huh? And some of y'all might not even know what quartus is, but you know, for my intellectual ones, you know, I'm telling you, I got a vast vocabulary. You know, you know, I realized something in this world, man. The one thing I realized in this world is that people want things to remain the same, right? Because they're creatures of habit, right? So people are scared of change. So when you're talking about stepping into the world of endless possibilities, you talking about stepping into a world, you know, where one can perceive things to be as great or as, you know, so people are scared of that, you know, and that's probably why we all got stuck down here is but because we're scared of the ascension process. We're scared to let go. We're scared to stop. You know, when you talk about having discipline over the flesh, that's what they talked about. Building up the strength to stop eating food and become a light eater. And then after you do that, it's called a breatharian or whatever, right? That's when you're holding a higher spiritual notion of oneself to bring oneself to a higher expectation of knowing, right? And see, my problem is this. A lot of people take intellect, they find an intellectual person and they take it as a challenge. So instead of actually sitting down with peace, understanding, love, enlightenment, right? They sit there and they keep on trying to get you to appease to the carnal nature so then they can say, hey, yeah, what about that spirituality now, huh? Just because I'm a spiritual person doesn't mean I don't operate in the carnal. I mean, I do have a vessel. I do gotta drive this motherfucker around. I do gotta fuel this motherfucker. I do gotta do the things that the vessel need done. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm still a human being. You know what I'm saying? This thing still get hard. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But they want to make it. They want to make it seem like that separates you from the spirit. That's where we fell into this trap in the first place, is to think that something of the carnal nature takes you out of the conscious of yourself. No, I'm still a conscious being. Even if I operate in the carnal, I'm still a conscious being. Some motherfuckers act like spiritual people ain't allowed to use you know what I'm saying, they carnal gifts and shit. These are the rituals. These are rites and rituals. Why do y'all get to manipulate rites and rituals and shit? But when you see a real spiritual person doing it, then you want to come against that. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't know these. What? Is it not written that ye are gods? So why you get the rights to the rituals, but I gotta act like the rituals are blasphemous or wrong? In the Bible, it says, it is better for a man to secrete in the belly of a whore than secrete his semen upon the floor. It says that in the Bible. I was shocked when I read that in the Bible. I was like, what? I was like, what? What did that mean? What did that say? And I thought about it because to secrete it upon the floor is considered a selfish act. So when you act upon that, you are acting selfishly. There was a list of things that was considered selfish acts that was deemed to be a part of the commandments, right? And they took them out. In the Old Testament, there was over 100 and something commandments that thou might follow, right? And it was all part of always, not acting upon selfishness, right? The Bible said that the greatest thing of all three was for love, but they put that word in there. They put love in there. In the old Bibles that our grandmoms used to have, the big white ones with the supper picture in the front of it, it didn't have that word in there. It had like something like generosity. Like the best thing of all is to be hold on, what's the word I'm looking for? It's to get damn. Why is this word escaping me right now? Of all three. What's another word for giving something to somebody without thinking for anything back in return? Is it a give? Damn. Generate? No. Um. No, no, no. It's a certain word. Like when you give to somebody, like it's not like donation. It's not like Damn. Why is this word escaping me right now? Uh. Yeah, to like without strings attached, to give without strings attached, to like to be courteous, to be. What word is this shit? Of these three things, the greatest. Yo, that's crazy. No, quid pro quo is one hand wash the other, both wash the face. That's like you look out for me, I look out for you. It's not. That's not the word I'm looking for. That's the French word for quid pro quo. Is one hand wash the other, both wash the face. Yeah, to be compassion, not compassion. Compassion is just being nice and. It's like the giveaway one where you give somebody something. Man, this shit is about to mess with my damn train of thought. I know as soon as I end the live, it's gonna be like that word. I know. I might have to go get the Bible and read this shit because they changed the word and put love in there because they changed the idea of love to lust. So when people think about love, they actually reprogram love to lust because even the color of a heart used to be green, right? But they changed the color of a heart to red because they changed it to a lustful color, right? So that's why they changed the word to love because when you change it to love, you can manipulate the word love. You can manipulate that word, right? So when you manipulate that word, you can think that, because people only love what's good to them. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and say you love something that's good to somebody else because that's good to them. It's not for you, right? But to love the fact that it's good for, like to love the fact that they love doing it is something different, right? I love the fact that people love doing what it is that they're doing, right? And it's not saying that what I'm doing is right for them or what they doing is right for me. You know what I mean? It's just saying that I love the fact that you love doing what it is that you're doing. That's why I don't care that these people troll and do stuff like that, because if that's what they love doing, then hey, I love the fact that you love doing it. If painting a narrative or creating a story around you or me, if that's what they like doing, let them do it. See, they do it because they want it to bother you. Once they see it don't bother you, what do they got to do? Stop doing it. You get what I'm saying? Try some new shit. You feel me? So I'm always into that part, right? And this is why I say, like, I be studying stuff like this, like the Great Awakening map and stuff like that. This goes back to like secret space programs, different stuff like that. Like, I be studying this stuff. This is the stuff that I embark on journeys upon in my mind. You know what I mean? This is the stuff that I embark on. You know, the chemical makeup of the body and how it connects, right? How the womb became in man, right? The womb of man, right? Christians answers and says, like, that's just phrases and stuff, but this is stuff that I look into. You know what I mean? And it tells you right here, during the first 300 years of the Christian era, all that has been above written was understood by the real Christians. And about the end of time, that causes of the Essenes, right? If you look up the Essenes, it was a group from the biblical text that was called the Essenes. John the Baptist was a part of it when I looked it up. Joseph, Jesus' father, was a part of it when I looked it up. Mary Magdalene was a part of the Essenes. And then there was another name that was a part of the Essenes that I thought was ironic. It was James. James, which was known to be Jesus' twin brother, was a part of the Essenes. And I thought, man, that's crazy. So I started learning about the Essenes, right? Come to find out, it's linked to a Druid group that was pushed out during the first, era of the Christian Crusade, allegedly, supposedly, all of this good stuff, right? And if you read the top of the screen, it tells you that the solar plex, called Lower Egypt, natural body, kingdom of earth, right? Apollyon, the devil, liver spelled backwards, Saturn, Satan governs the bowels, right? It tells you that right there at the top, right? But if you also read the very top, it tells you that Upper Egypt was considered the pineal, the brain, so on and so forth. So Egypt was actually depicted as the body. Those who was in the lower half, the carnal nature, they had a governing ship. This is where your police force comes in, right? So the police will always exist because they are there to maintain those who operate in the lower carnal nature of self. This is what they have been given governed over. That's why when you go into a court of law, it's called passing the bar, because anyone that is operating in this upper half is considered to be above the bar. Those who are in the lower half are considered to be below the law. This is the below line and above line. And you see this with everything. Even with our water, you have a below water level and above water level, right? You have the dark water and the light water. They put it in everything, right? So those who operate in the lower vibrational frequency are governed, right? This is where your government, right? So, and if we don't collectively rise up out of that way of being, right? If we don't have proper care for one another, take care of one another, so on and so forth, we are always under that nook of being governed, right? So you gotta want to do better for one another. You gotta want to try, because that's the only way we can actually stop what it is that's happening right now, right? You can't do it no other way. There's not going to be a revolution. The revolution is taking place inside of you, and you have to be revived. You have to change. You have to want to be in a state of being of enlightened and wisdom people, right? Until then, because we all feel dumb in a way, like, well, nah, hey man, get out of here with that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't be thinking nothing about that. Okay, so challenge yourself to think better so we can bring forth a better world. Stop allowing, multiple generations to keep falling victim to the shit that you fell victim to because you don't want to learn more. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what we're doing. We allowing other generations to fall victim to our bullshit because we don't want to learn more. I don't want to know no technology, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. I just need to work on this car, fix on this car, and get to work. Like, what? Okay, so why are you mad at the people that do want to learn it? That's not the operation of change. That's not the operation of chance. You running around telling people chance, fixing a car, learning the shit that you want to teach them, but then when they say, you this, nah, get out of here. I don't want to know none of that shit. So what the fuck? What? What? So yeah, so the fire and brimstone, a lake of fire, the fact that sulfur, brimstone, is the prime factor in generating the rate of motion called heat and overseeing development of sulfur and of surplus and sulfur, right? So during the first 300 years in Christian era, all that has been above written was understood by the real Christians, and about the end of time and processions of the Essenes by the priesthood, because became as marked, right? It says became as marked that they met in secret and always made the sign of what? A fish, because that was the era that they were in, the Pisces era, right? So it's telling you that in this time, the original Christians, which was the Essenes, that they met in secrecy with the sign of a fish, right? And then it says about the year 325, ironically, 325 is the time that Constantine met with the Council of Nicaea and uh, uh, said what was going to be put in the biblical text, right? They deemed the 66 books of the biblical text and which going to be taken out and which ones was going to be accounted for. The ones that was taken out, they put in the Dead Sea Scrolls, later coming out, and the ones that was accounted for was the 66 books story written about one particular person from 66 perspectives or 66 different people about that same one person, right? So they were giving you the story of one holy being, right, who told you about his past, present, and future lives, right? And they didn't think that nobody can tell such a story about the past, present, future lives of himself. So when the Old Testament talked about Benjamin, right, the New Testament tells you about Christ, right? These are one of the same people, right? So when it says that, that's why I never really understood in Sister Act why it was considered to be a nun's curse word when they said Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. I never understood why they put it together like that, right? I never understood until I realized that Jesus is Joseph and Mary, right? What was the story of the fish swallowing the man in the Bible? First of all, it wasn't a fish that swallowed the man. It was a whale, and his name was Jonas, and Jonas got swallowed by the whale. Have you ever been swallowed up? So, yeah, and that was a reference to something that would take place in the sky during the time of Aquarius as a sign to say, when you see this in the sky, that is entering the time of Aquarius, so on and so forth, or coming out of time of darkness. Have you ever been swallowed up? And then it says, above the year 325, Constantine, the pagan Roman Empire, called the teachings of Christianity together, right? Now look at this. Constantine was the pagan Roman Empire. That means at this time, they was beefing with the Christians. So why would the pagan Roman Empire meet with the Christians at the time to dictate or narrate what they was going to accept, right? So Constantine, who unalived his mother and boiled his wife in oil, because they still held on to the original doctrines of the Essenes. Now, this story can go one of two ways. Due to the fact that he did marry his mother and his wife could be one of the same person. So by unaliving his mother, it could have been a unaliving of the wife. And the reason why I say this is because if you further look up Constantine, you will see that two Constantines exist, right? Constantine's son came along and he unalived his father for the unaliving of his mother, right? So this story gets very interesting because the son that unalived the mother was the son that he had with his mother. And this is where the term mother effer comes from, right? It comes from the original persona, Constantine, right? He is the first Antichrist, right? So this is where the priesthood of that time told him that he was not forgiven for the crimes as such, except through a long series of incarnation, right? So Constantine had to go through a long series of incarnation, right? Incarnation is mean being reborn over and over again, right? So Constantine disguised a plan, right, to escape this, you know, karma on his spirit, because he, so this what he did. He sought out to concoct a plan by which to hope to cheat the cosmic laws, right? And that's why you got to go look up the laws of the cosmos, right? And so it came to pass after months of rigorous fighting over the rights and primitive Christians who clothed in wonders of the human body and oriented imaginary, the council, sometimes by a mere majority vote, deciding the manuscripts were the word of God, which were not. A very important part of this minds is that, the angels had wings, and the angels were seen going up and down the ladders, which angels should not be seen going up and down ladders. If they have wings, they should just be flying. So because they didn't know Jacob's ladder was actually talking about to come full circle, because that's what Jacob means, to come full circle, it was the 12 that brought together one, which was Benjamin. And that's why Joseph in the biblical text said, bring forth Benjamin. Now, how would Joseph, who was removed from his family, put into a better family, and then went back and saved his family, how would he be able to send a message through his brothers to his father to bring forth Benjamin? He never met Benjamin. Benjamin was born after he left. So how did he tell them to bring forth Benjamin? And he never met Benjamin because why? He wasn't there, right? So that's why Benjamin is the son of his right hand, right? Or son of renown. Same thing Christ is, right? Benjamin, So however you look at it, it is a reference to a state of being, how one persona should be in order to rise in a priestly seed of oneself, right? So whenever you're putting this and applying this to the inside of yourself, right? Because that's where this story is taking place, inside. There is a fight inside your body between the spiritual and the carnal, and the Christ inside of you have to rise above all of these carnal natures, right? This is the wilderness that John preached to. He preached to the body, to the vessel, and told you how to get in order, how to rise above the carnal nature, how to stop. This is what he preached to. He didn't preach to nothing outside himself. John preached to the wilderness inside himself, and all of the they labeled, later changed them to the 72 demons of the soul of man, right? So this is what you have to control, right? All of these things that is inside the vessel, because that's all that exists, is what's inside of you. Anything outside of your vessel is considered to be your neighboring and vessel, right? You can't do something about what your neighbor does with their vessel. You can't control what the neighbor does with their vessel, right? Because they didn't have houses at this time. Think about it. This was a time that there was not houses. The Bible was written at a time that they was on dirt and dung, right? So in order for them to write a story about your neighbor, right, it couldn't have been talking about housing, because they didn't have housing. In fact, housing wasn't even a fucking word then, right? You got to go to a time that language didn't even exist for you to even know the definition of, right? So when it says stuff in the Bible, it's not talking about this life that we think our neighbor is the person that lives in the house next to us. No, it's not talking about that. Right? Because the Bible never was talking to the flesh. It never was talking to the carnal. The Bible was talking to the spirit, right? So if the Bible was talking to the spirit and you know the spirit to occupy your vessel, then your vessel is the house that the spirit lives in. So your neighbor will be what? Anything outside of your vessel. Right? And you should honor thy neighbor. If thy neighbor wants to be fucked up, let thy neighbor be fucked up because that's what thy neighbor decided to do with their vessel. I honor that, right? That's the real concept of honoring thy neighbor, right? But we confused it and think that we got to get along with the next door guy. What? Come on. None of this shit existed at that time. We didn't have housing at that time. You had your body and the people that you traveled with. You lived in the hut, you did it in the butt. Nah, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. I'm joking, I'm joking. They didn't live in huts. Y'all caught the joke in that, huh? Y'all caught the joke in that. See, that's why I like-minded people. Y'all get me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the jokes. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? You get the jokes, like the laugh, you know, I like that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice, right? It's nice. I know. Sometimes I do it like I need to do it for TV. But yeah, you know, if y'all like, you know, what we provide over here, man, y'all know the things y'all can do. You know, hit the cash at one time. Anybody want to let me borrow a Benjamin? Anybody? Anybody? I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you eventually. Just remind me in the Discord. Let me borrow 100. For real. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Make it rain, make it rain. Don't laugh. Make it rain, make it rain. It was, let me pull it. You seeing that? You know I got bills. You know I got some stuff I gotta pay for. Come on, guys. I gotta pay for some shit. You know, life ain't free. It don't come at me cheap. You know, shit beat me up. Help me out. Help me, please. If you would like to donate to the Solo Negro College Fund, all proceeds will go to this Solo Negro. Please help me out. Would you like to support a Solo Negro for just $1 a day? You too can become a supporter of this Solo Negro. Don't feel free. Feel free. The Negro will get 70% of all proceeds. You remember them commercials used to come on late night? Hey, I appreciate the super stickers, super chats, all of that good stuff. You know, I appreciate it. Everything is eventually going to be, you know, accounted for. You know, I was just saying. I greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Virtual hug for you. That's what I'm going to start giving out when I get super stickers and stuff. I'm giving out virtual hugs. Virtual hug for you. Yeah. So if you want a virtual hug, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Virtual hug for you. With the daughter on Archie Bunker. And you wish that you were boys were boys and men were men. And you give it you my time, my time, my time, my God. That was that show. That was that show, wasn't it? Those were the days. Oh man, I remember like it was yesterday. It's sad I got all these damn sitcoms and stuff in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like I got so many sitcoms and stuff in my head, it's crazy. Like, and I can't different world, like different world, like the theme songs are like, it's a different world, ooh, from where you come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of these different, you know what I'm saying? Even, Family Matters, you know what I'm saying? It's a rare tradition, this day and age, of reading good news on a newspaper page. And then you still got the classics, step by step, day by day. And it's just, even Family Matters, Full House, Party of Six, what was that? Seventh Heaven. When I see those smiling faces smiling back at me, Seventh Heaven. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It stays in your mind. That's what I'm saying. So I want y'all to realize that. Like if these songs and stuff been in my head over 30 years and I ain't watched that shit since 30 years, then that means that music is the best way to keep memory, right? So this is why in the medieval days, people always had somebody singing their tales. They always had a musician along for the journey to sing their tales because that's how you remember it, right? So we used to use this method in order to teach our youth, where we put stuff in a song in order to remember it. That's why you sang the ABCs the way you sang the ABCs, right? That's why we did conjunction, junction, what's your function, right? That's why we had Scruff McGruff taking a bite out of crime and all of that other stuff, right? That's why we had, that count on Sesame Street talking about some 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? That's why Cookie always came with a word of the day. You know what I mean? We had this stuff. I'm a PBS kid. Don't act like that magic school bus ain't raised your ass. The magic school bus. Don't act like you ain't get raised by the magic school bus. You feel me? Don't act like, cousin Skeeter ain't raised you. Don't act like, you know, don't act like you ain't a Rika's Castle baby. You know what I'm saying? You are a Rika's Castle baby. One's in the chat. Y'all know who Eureka's Castle is. Eureka's Castle. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, man. We had Tailspin. We had the greatest generation. Fuck you mean? We had Tailspin. We had Jungle Story. We had, what? We had Baloo and them. Fuck you mean? Shit, we had Lion King. And y'all ain't got no Lion King. Y'all just got a bunch of kings lying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't had what we had. Shit, we had hope. That motherfucker was stern with Simba. Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. I said, oh shit, Simba about to get it. I told you not to go to the elephant's graveyard. Hey, Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. And then he laughed and joked with him. I was like, damn, I want my dad to be just like that. That's how I want my dad to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give me the sternness, but then motherfucking wrestle in the field with me and teach me some shit. I like that shit. With the stars above, those are kings of the past. I said, damn, he teaching Simba. He said he is teaching. He said, everything the light touches will be yours. Damn, he teaching Simba. What they do with this generation. They fucked around and try to make Scar the good guy. Damn, how the fuck did we get a sympathetic story for Scar? Oh, Scar was the original king of the... No, he didn't. Scar sold them the fuck out to the hyenas, and that's why Simba took over, man. Come on. Come on. His father told both of them to leave and told them to look out for each other. Scar sold out because what? Because he wanted to survive. So he stole out to the hyenas and shit. And then Simba was like, nah, fuck that. I mean, not Simba, Mufasa. Mufasa was like, nah, fuck that. That's not how we rocking in this pride. And that's why they made Mufasa that nigga. You know, and that's how Mufasa became that nigga. You feel me? That's why I say blood ain't shit. Blood ain't nothing. A king gonna act like a king. A leader gonna act like a leader. It don't matter what blood they got. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no leader bloodline. A leader is one who, you know, is as simple as that. That's probably why people didn't like that in the medieval times and those eras, you know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to have their bloodline reign forever. But sometimes you have bad apples in your bloodline. Sometimes you got fucked up people in your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So no, you gotta live by the mindset, you know? By the mindset. It's a mindset, you know? Right. You know, me personally, I like to look at this, you know, I like to look at this in a sense of understanding, because when you're looking at it, it's like all the things, we got too much stuff to fix, you know, and the more we move forward with this, you know, straddling the fence, there's too many people out there straddling the fence, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick a side. They already knocking at our door. You see them attacking more and more spiritual people. You waiting for them to attack you to realize that it's a spiritual battle. Man, get your ass out of here. You see all of us spiritual people going through shit, but y'all waiting for it to knock on y'all front door. Then you gonna be like, oh yeah, you right, man. You right, it is. Shut the. Then you wonder why our kids do it. You wonder why the kids can't take our word for it, why they gotta walk and bump into the wall first, because your ass doing it. Your ass ain't taking nobody word for it when they telling you the good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So why you expect our kids to do it? No, our kids want to run into the wall just like you did before they realized they was, you know what I mean? Spiritually disturbed. Before they realized they were spiritually disturbed, they want to run into the wall too a couple of times, just like you did. Oh, you right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How that wall feel?
That's what you say. It look like you cheating. Now I look like I'm cheating. I look like I'm cheating. I have to make play calls. I got teammates that make the right play. They able to navigate through the play call. That's it. Y'all not about it. That's what y'all.
Excuse me, I'm sorry for spitting like that, but I cannot put that mucus back in me.
I am forced to play the game. They don't have a mobile access coach. I had 6 kills. How many kills did your teams have? Money Brown had 8 kills. My other teammates had 2 and 3. Any other questions? Any other questions? You wanted me to say I had 1 kill? I got Jerry.
I'm just saying, y'all know this world is changing greatly. All right, you have a great time hiking. Enjoy the mountains or wherever you're hiking at. Enjoy it, right? I hope you have a wonderful day, right? And if nobody told you that they love you today, let me be the first, but not the last, right? I love you. All right. Oh, let me change the backdrop. Man. Man, that y'all see that one of the prisoners that they got caught. He got caught because he went live on Facebook or IG or something like that. He went live on IG and got caught. How you escape from prison and fucking want to throw up and get live on IG? That was so dumb. Um, which Bible? Damn, that's Atlas, the Atlas Bible. Ironically, the Bible Atlas or the Atlas Bible. That's the closest study I'm going to get to understanding. No, you laughing, you laughing. It's really called the Bible Atlas. You gotta look it up. I showed you a little small one of it in one of the videos, but it's called the Atlas Bible. It's got like the shape of the map of the Babylon. It got where the Canaanites was at, all types of stuff like that. It still got the pictures in the book. It costs like $100 or something. Yeah, look it up. It's either called the Bible Atlas or the Atlas Bible. I can't remember because I'm dyslexic, so I can't remember if Atlas was in front or behind Bible. It might be called Bible Atlas. The Bible Atlas. That's what it might be called. Yeah, you can look it up. It breaks down the names of the families. It tells you like what book was what, like book of Genesis, book of Numbers. It means this, the history of the people. That long book in the Bible, the book of Numbers, where it's telling you like this person begot that person and begot that person and had this person and had that person and this is and all those was the lines of this person, and then it's got all of that. Somebody said add Atlas back. And that's why I say it's cool if these, I'm cool with people. I know that people don't come in your life for a long time. People come into your life for a short time until they get there, whatever it is that, you're there to fix or whatever it is that you might be there to, whatever it is that they're going to get out of you, they're going to, exist in your life for a short period of time, and that's what I mean. They're gonna disappear from your life. That's it. Like, so I'm prone to the let go game. You know what I mean? I ain't never hold on to nothing that didn't want to be held on to. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to this, it's like my mind is different because I don't. I'm not a possessor of people, so people like to feel like, oh yeah, you belong to them and so on and so forth. Nah, I get that everybody has the right to be where it is that they want to be at that time, and every time you might not have that notion. Right now people are looking for a sense of love. After they get that love, meet somebody or whatever, they're sure to close the door on you because they're putting their you know what I mean. So I'm cool with that. I realize that, what I'm saying, I'm here for a short time, not a long time. And in that short time, I know that people are just going to get what they want out of you, and then so that's why I had to learn to love myself. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get tricked in this world anymore because I love myself. Therefore, I'm able to constantly give out love because I love myself. For everybody else that's trying to downplay it and make it seem like there's some type of hidden agenda to this operation, there's not. There's only a hidden agenda because you're trying to perceive something to be a hidden agenda so you can feel comfortable in the world that you want to live in, which is all men are fucked up and all men are doing this and doing that. Nah, some of us don't operate like that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And just because, it's weird because people will sit there and tell somebody else that's what they get, but then when it comes to them, they feel like they didn't deserve it. Why? Because somebody else is saying that's what you get. So if they say it was good for the goose is good for the gander, you can't have special standards when it comes to oneself, but then those same standards don't apply to nobody else. I stand for truth. I stand for right is right and wrong is wrong. That's it. I don't give a fuck how much money you throw at me or whatever. I will never fold to that. Greatly appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not that type of nigga. I'm not no sucker. I don't move like that. You can't control me based off of the manipulation of magic or currency. You know how many people I turned down on TikTok from that shit when they were like, oh, monetization, when I was with the agency, you know what I'm saying? When they told me that I can form my own agency, I said, well, I'm forming a spiritual agency. I'm not doing this whole, keep on trying to build off of that. That's why I want at agencies on backstage, like on TikTok backstage, like I want at agencies and was like, no, I'm not participating in scamming, da 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 da. Like literally, I want at agencies, like I have integrity. You're not gonna change my moral compass because you want to, pretend to be good and pretend to be right. So you got to go out and paint the narrative that no, I'm good on that. You operate how you gonna operate. I'm gonna continue to operate how I'm gonna operate, and that's it. Ships in the night, they say, right? Operate like two ships in the night. And that's why I keep on reminding myself. Sometimes I beat myself up, like, why I ain't got no friends, type time. But then I remind myself, like the Bible say that if you aim to please man, your friends will be many. But if you aim to please God, your friends will be few. So I always remind myself that I don't subscribe. I don't subscribe to the idea that y'all want a man to be, right? Y'all want us to operate on some type of, notion of this and a notion of that just so y'all can feel good about yourself. And to me, that shit is weird. So I don't subscribe. Count me out. You know? I hate to say it like that, because, but at the same time, we can't keep on playing the same game over and over again. You act like you respect a man for how he carry himself. You act like you love somebody for, their compassion and kindness and generosity. And then you pretend like that. And then after and then you're like, I don't da 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 da. Like, damn, how the fuck did your mindset change that quick? Because it's your prerogative, right? It's your prerogative to just fucking switch up how you be, and that's playing with people's mind. Because, and then think about it like this: those same people who switch up on you like that be trying to hold you to your loyalty so fucking tough, don't they? They be trying to hold you to your word so tough. They change up their shit and one swipe of the toilet paper around their ass. And then with you, they make it seem like you govern. But make it what? Make it make sense. You can't hold me to the shit you're not holding yourself to. Hold yourself accountable first. How you going around trying to hold other people accountable, but you never held yourself accountable? Yeah. Yeah, you can't hold me accountable if you never held yourself accountable. Yeah. Don't expect that shit straight like that. I think it's weird. I think it's weird. You know, people trying to hold you to this and force you to this and da 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 da. But then when it comes down to them, guess what? They not. They not. You know. I'm just not prone to it. I'm not into playing that type of game. Because it's like respect. I gotta respect your words, respect your mind, respect your boundaries, respect your opinion, and so on and so forth. And then you show that you don't have to respect none of which is mine. That's very, sociopathic, to say the least. So yeah, count me out. Count me out. If you believed in doing what was right, that would be it. Right would be right. But because we live in this world where everybody's manipulating and flip-dipping, right? You just got to stand for what you stand for. And if other people don't stand for it, then that's okay. I'm okay with other people not standing for light, love, a level of understanding. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with other people not, wanting, peace, and so on and so forth. I'm okay with that. But I want peace. I strive for peace, you know, by on any levels of um, understanding. I want that the most because our future generations is going to be left something. They got to sit in something. So I guess what we going to do? Sit them in fuckery? Is that the best thing for them? Fuckery? Because I don't think it is. Well, the way of this world is simple. Hello, how was your day? It was good. That's good. That's why I take the whole, smaller actions. Uh, you know, BB so, hey, love is love, man. If y'all haven't heard people say that they love you, let me be the first but not the last. And listen, we're going to continue operating out of love, light, unity, right? Despite whatever, right? We're going to keep smiling. People like to manipulate people's feelings and emotions, and people don't think that other people understand what coercion of the heart is. But I know what coercions of the heart is. And I know when people are pulling on heartstrings or manipulating your thought, they want to know what's on your mind, know what you're going through, make it seem like you can take all your problems to them. And then after you take all your problems to them, they start manipulating shit in your life so your life can get worse so you can keep on coming to them with a sad fucking story. You ain't gonna play on my life like that. You know what I mean? My life is great and it's going to continue to get great and continue to be better. And that's just the reality of it. I'm going to continue operating in positivity. We said this 3 months ago. We will not get over to this side and allow them to pull us down in that low vibrational frequency. And we're going to run into a lot more people that are in that low vibrational frequency, some of which want to get out and some of which are going to stay there. You know what I mean? And the ones that are going to stay there, we got to have proper discernment to shake their ass up off. You know what I mean? So, hey, this ain't for everybody. And I strongly believe that what is right for me, what will be for me, and who's right for me will stay, and who's not, they're gonna go. I'm gonna stick by that, because everything ain't for everybody. And I don't wanna appease to somebody else's better nature, right? I wanna appease to those who have the like mind that I have and carry their self as such. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day, right? If you've been enjoying your day, keep enjoying it. If you haven't, things will get better. I promise you, it always does. And, salutations, namaste, ashe, salutations, salam, peace, and all those great things will continue to happen no matter what choices you make. And keep on making choices. Dare to be different. Dare to take chances. With no risk, there's no reward. You know what I mean? You're a beautiful person, and that's it, No matter what people try to make you. Remember what you are. Remember who you are. All right?
Shut up.
What, Prince? What's good with you? What you making?
Pork loin.
Never mind. Count me out. Yeah, as soon as you said pork. What side you making?
Mashed potatoes, corn.
Okay.
Carrots.
Yeah, I can eat that stuff. Yeah, I can eat that stuff. Yeah, that's better corn.
One of them noodle joints.
Huh?
One of them packs of noodles. And rice.
You making mashed potatoes, corn, rice, noodles? Huh?
I'm not sure. You don't
Oh,
have
okay,
potatoes
you
here.
didn't know. Okay. Oh, no. I eat mashed potatoes and stuff. I'm not eating. I just don't eat that. My joints and stuff, feel so much better since. I was so glad I stopped eating that stuff. I started eating that a long time ago.
Yeah, I stopped for a minute, but see, this is just
But I always made it for them. They eat it. Nasir and them eat that stuff. I used to have to make like pork stuff all the time because they eat it. They be wanting bacon, and I be like, ew, hell no. Only because like the discipline that one must have comes with that. Hey man, y'all know y'all great. I don't have the songs on here. I gotta play it from a different phone in order to play the songs. We're gonna be on the PC later. We'll be on the PC with it later. And we still gotta go out to that place and drive four-wheelers, and we still gotta, man, we got so much to do. I'm trying to see like what's the dates on this, on a couple of things, get some motion. All right, so we trying to get some motion, you know. Yeah, like listen, man, we've been doing better since better was better. You know what I mean? Trouble don't last always type time. A lot of people mad because I wear it well. You know what I mean? Like it ain't that I'm not going through the same thing people going through in life. I just wear that shit well. Like I wear my troubles well. I weigh it well on my Libra scale. You know what I mean? Well, my sister got a bunch of books too. Now I know I'm not the only one that be trying to have like a bookshelf or something like that with a bunch of books. I like hardbacks. And she got The Son of a Witch, Lovely Bones. Oh, she got some decent authors. Throne of Glass. Is this from the... Man, I gotta go get the Truth of Sword novel. Or that Pentagram. That thing got like 12 books to it. You can't go wrong with that. I read The Dark Towers already. Bedtime tales? Fairy tale stories? Oh, man. Mind benders. That might be something to read. Mind benders. Nah, that's not no damn mind benders. That's some shit that just play with your eyes. Look, see? There's a book right here that says Where on Earth? Atlas. The world you never seen. See? Told y'all. It's the Atlas. See?
Yeah, got it. Up on.
Y'all will always try to put people in low vibrational frequencies. No matter what. Y'all like talking about death. Y'all like talking about just making people feel bad and all the things that we can talk about. Y'all just keep on repeating that method and think that the world about to get better. If you are pro-life or talk about life, if you ain't a negative person, why you walking around keep on reminding people of negative things? Why you keep talking about the low vibrational things? Why you keep reminding people about your sadness and stuff? Don't you know that puts them in a state of sadness? Don't you know when you sit there and you remind people that somebody unalive, don't you know that subconsciously make them think about all the people that they lost? Do you not know what it is that you're doing when you do stuff like that, or you just don't care when you do stuff like that? When you tell somebody that you lost a pet, then they think about all the pets that they lost subconsciously. It's just like telling somebody to be safe. Then they got to think about all the stuff they got to be safe from. Like, how do y'all not know that y'all doing that to people? How? Don't you go through it when somebody do that to you? When somebody do it to you, don't you think about that stuff? So if you think about it, then you got to think about other people thinking about it too. When somebody reminds you that their mom died, don't that remind you that your mom died? When somebody say that this person died, don't that remind you of the people that you lost in your life? You can feel it when it's happening to you, but you act like you can't feel it when it's happening to other people. How? How is that? How do you don't know when you're pushing these feelings off on other people? How do you don't know the transfer of energy when you're going around? It makes you feel better that somebody else had that feeling for you, but it makes them feel worse that you're going through something like that. So you're transferring energy by doing that. You're taking their oh, I'm so sorry, and it's making you feel better, but it had to make them feel worse in order to get to that point. So you're literally manipulating different variations of energy and then acting like you don't know that you're doing it. See? Look, go into further details about how. That's like me going into oh, I had to go get the ash. Man, cut it out. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have an amazing day. Don't let nobody, tear your day down. Don't let nobody. Protect your mental space. All right? Make sure y'all protect y'all mental space. Okay? Just protect y'all mental space. Don't let other people put these lower vibrational thoughts in there. Someone's going to keep on coming and reminding you of the unaliving process. They don't never come with the stories of life, the stories of birth, the stories of, they always going to come with that sadness, that unaliving process that, my daughter got this and this happened to my son and my baby dad did this. They always going to come with that sad shit. But let me know when they come and put the good stuff on the table. You know what I mean? Let me know when they come put the good stuff, because that's what I want to be there for, when you put the life back on the table. I'm so tired of people trying to remind you of the unaliving process and act like they don't know what they're doing. They keep on reminding people of the unaliving process, knowing damn well the unaliving process don't exist. Don't exist. You can't say that you hear and you understand what we saying with energy transfers and then constantly talk about the unaliving process. That's a false process. That's a process that don't exist. Their energy's been transferred. That's why you still can talk about them. That's why you still can mention them, because their energy is still there. That's why people mention the people that's unalived in their life, because that means you felt their energy. It came in through the process of thinking about them. It came in through a process of conversating about them, but their energy is still there. So how do you take the unaliving process out of it? Because that's all people want to remind people of, that shit comes to an end, but nothing really ends. So why you keep on pushing people to remember the end if no ending exists? It's just a new beginning. It's not making sense. You have to be willing to change your operation, and changing that operation comes with vibrational frequency, and stop putting other people in these feelings. You gotta wanna stop putting other people in these feelings. Y'all don't wanna stop putting other people in these feelings. Y'all like putting other people in these feelings. And then y'all be damned if somebody tell y'all to stop doing it. Don't tell me to stop putting people in lower vibrational frequencies. Who are you? Who are you to tell me to stop putting people in lower vibrational? I'm the person that don't want to be in low vibrational frequencies. So if you can't respect the fact that I don't want to be in low vibrational frequencies, why should I respect the fact that you want to keep on trying to put people in low vibrational frequencies? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Respect the fact that I put people in low vibration. No, I won't. Hey, y'all have a great day. We going over to the Discord. Why is this trash store?